Speaker, let me say that Ghana will not die. Ghana will live. Ghana will live to give glory and thanks to our Maker and Creator, the Almighty God.
There are two things that I know. Because remember, I'm in Nana Akufo-Addo, Anad Watcher, before Gabriel Jidakono, nephew, Ofiananso. Now, I used to support Akufo-Addo. So, what happened? Akufo-Addo, and I don't think I will support Akufo-Addo. And that, in fact, the opportunity of Mayor, Mama, that may Ghana and Akufo-Addo Ansah, because he does not, he does not deserve the leadership of this great country. I can't entrust Ghana in the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe, and I believe that. Question. Will not sleep easy with Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I mean, no, I will not sleep easy as a Ghanaian. More promote Nana Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I can't, because I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. If you want, I will repeat it. I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. Nobody can sue any opinion. And he knows that I hope Akufo-Addo and his men are listening. And they should mean Kofi Kumsin on and stop attacking others who I am supporting it. I'm supporting. They should take me on for my view.
Inkukuya kabang adibiara durefu ya wofere na fu na nso ya asase durefu ya wofere ne siw adenti efisa asase ne panyin opanyin ne hina opanyin ne Kwabena Bobie Ansah sasere kukuku da bi ochi mekwan no di nkampro obebare bia na wabebare daily graphic ne daily guide memunsam asai magana fu eje na kurum muntie eje ntetireci onam so wadoto nsura akorokraw Ghana fu se ubeshi akwache wo kwanchen na obema wo achenchen ache wo kwanchen de ene yankako awrokwa chakra chenchen no ma wo ne yechen achenchen na se poto ni be poto kasa mafia na efi potofi nti Ghana fu nti Bobie se obi abo ma wabo ni bi mu watu Bobie na obi so obesan abo obi a boni bi na dan obobia Ghana fu beti amanye sempa Bobie wo ne Ghana fu nanti ubiribiri wo ne won nanti umpremprem mo nanti ubiribiri nanti umpremprem.
All right, so that's it. Friday afternoon. You're signing more share bio. Thank God it's Friday. Domo mo join you on Facebook. Yadamo say on YouTube. So yadamu nyina say na said ya no yagusua bodero de ma omanfo se ensa no djuma ehia papa. Sua bibi. Say no, your friend be home management. Enya baby ana say ye koto. O ka say obeto nkwada nan, we ka say wo fa baba ko abeka ho, se wa baba ko o su beto bibia. Debi. Enti semra ye di esi niema nkwada niema wo fie die. Uhunu ya eye. Enti ebi okra na enye se bia woni adwuma yo. Enti besua ne fa kwa ya adwuma no. O ya adwuma o bank, o ya adwuma o ha, na so asua, se di esi semra ye parazone ye de ndia se wa be ye no fie yo ade kakra bi na ono ma ne ukunu ne oyere na mu yusu mu ade kakra so ahu usua se de esi ye we eye be boa ne no so ateka ne so tu ni se na otwi mi kodwem mi nkonkoto ye detergents bi ha me ho mi ama ye ma ade ofie ye nti ne ye bo next ehun de ru ade ama network for societal transformation e bese sawabrabo ora Francis Ochewa say odo benante eja ofa pacho kejatum
ofa me da sopa edi kan no ye betie for yesre said ye of edi kan the network for societal transformation ai trinity a friend nest ye ho asem e na asogusu a wotie na wie na juma ye dia ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ enyume bi a onipa bi ya betimi aye bi ede aka adwuma a ɔyɛ ho ye share program ya se in few dunum ni 15 years ni aya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ enema simple bia onipa hies kakɛseɛ bia ansa na wahyase enyuma aya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye no obi hia sɛ obenya machines bia ansa na wahyase obi hia sɛ sɛbe obenya store bi ana office bi mpo ansa na wahyase project yi ye hyase ayemfaso ayenhyira amenipa bibree wo maimu mepatɔ sɛ wotie me na ebia oye adwuma ope business bi akadwuma na oye ne ho a make for network for societal transformation ayi twanitia ye friend and nest e dia ma wo ene no baby wiase aduro no ye nhyeda nya adwuma baako se obi tenase on one source of income a ya na etai dia ho kyereba kakra make for network for societal transformation amount dwuma yi dia ne se ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyuma bi a adwuma bi a oye no obetimi aye e dia ka ho ena niema ya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye ne nso ebia na onhyeda mfa nye wadwuma betu besua obetimi aye ne fie na aboanye biribia na sebe ese etiska na yekoto na bonten enyuma bi saa ene ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ye ebi kra na utie me na oye housewife ene no oye adwuma etesen na onye bi kra me kanfo network for societal transformation e di amount nyame ya adoma ochena ena program ayabo ho dawura no eba so chena Saturday ya anopa 8 o'clock ya de chena no esi ho a ye one day business and empowerment workshop dwumedi a ye kyerɛkyerɛ enyuma bi a oye no obetimi ayede aka ho ebi mpa wo mfa nya dwuma badu besunyasunya niema simple bi a enjebre aye kyerɛkyerɛ kwane a ye fa so ye no aye nimpa se ebetimi aye mfaso de amawo ebusunya oman ebetwa eso abadaachi yesre ochena ena program yi ebeba so ebia na utie me na mepacha oteka mu kra na utia di kan fa ye number ya mede to de yansa yesre ebia na akọ pension dwumedia eba so chena no fa ho hyemu bi mepacha ebetimi aboa pa ebi kra na sebe wapadwuma che bibi nti onye bi nyeye wachena dwumedia eba so yi fa ho hyemu bi na ebetimi aboa pa mepacha fa ye number mede to de yi bomodian fa number no 0244 47 4093 0244 47 4093 0244 47 4093 mepacho a network for societal transformation aye twanitia your friend and nest your ho asem na wotie said ye midi kan nyame adom ochena na one day business and empowerment workshop a yabo ho dawura no eba so e National Theatre e wakra he ya ye program a ye de esi ho a enyume ya mede ebe to dwei ye be kyerɛkyerɛ kwane a ye fa so eye no eye adwuma ena na adwuma bia ye adwuma ye nhyeda anya adwuma baako mesrɛ fa ho hyemu bi na ebetimi aboa daache edi kan ye be kyerɛ kwane ye fa so prepare liquid soup eye adwuma pa efie bi ehia semina eye adwuma ene no ye nhyeda anya de baako eniema simple a enjebre ehia machine bia ehia skakasie bia nso ansana obi ahye emu bia ase ye be kyerɛ kwane ye fa so prepare hair shampoo hair conditioner setting lotion enyuma ya mede to dwe nyame adom ochena eye ochena 11th February we no ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwane ye fa so ye no e National Theatre e Accra here National Theatre de anya yira kwan unyafo Accra Central ka National Theatre wo Novotel kwan no fa ho hyemu bi na ebetimi aboa daache ye be kyerɛ kwane ye fa so prepare styling gel enso odwumedie ase after wash eye adwuma ye be kyerɛ kwane ye fa so eye no eye practical workshop a ye kyerɛkyerɛ sa enieme yi ekwane ye fa so eye no Ansah ye be kyerɛ sa de eye no take parazone ye be kyerɛ ne ye fresh yogurt ye be kyerɛ kwane ye fa so eye no fluffy ice cream cola drink malt communion wine pizza soya kebab meat pie cake ring donuts enyume ya mede to dwe nyame adom ochena ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwane a ye fa so eye no minimpa se bribi koso wadwenim ubisa ho se ebeda ne esua we nyina adakro yesre enioma ye kyerɛ ne na enjebre kra liquid soap some few minutes no aye wie shampoo enjebre styling gel setting lotion hair conditioner parazone fresh yogurt cola drink malt communion wine sa ne be nyina enjebre some few minutes na wayewie enu nti ena ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ no ɛwɔ National Theatre nyame adoma ɔkyena yɛsrɛ yasan so apɛ Agric animdifo a ɔmoba program yi ase abɛkyerɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so edua mre mushrooms ɛyɛ adwuma paa wɔbɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so edua no wɔbɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ snails ɛnwa catfish ɛne tilapia wɔbɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ wɔn honey ɛwo a yɛdie ya ɛno nso yɛbɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ no bar soap ɛde si nneɛma yɛbɛkyerɛ ne yɛ nyame adom ɔkyena ɛwɔ National Theatre alata samina gel emulsion paint washing powder banana bread car and motor tracking device yɛbɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so install no biodigester ɛna ointment enyume yi a mede ato dwa yi nyame adom ɔkyena wei nom yɛkyerɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ no ɛwɔ National Theatre yɛsrɛ program yi bɛhyɛ aseɛ anɔpa 8 o'clock sɛdeɛ mdi kan nneɛma a yɛkyerɛ no yɛ yi ɛngye brɛ kora menim sɛ wobisa ho sɛ program yi ɛho hyehyeɛ te sɛn ɛho sikasɛm te sɛn yɛsrɛ sɛdeɛ abɔ ho dawura no bibia nsesaeɛ registration ɛyɛ 250 Ghana cedis 250 Ghana cedis first no a nke bɛka sɛ 2.5 siketwie bia nka ho bio bibia nka ho bio ɛyɛ 250 Ghana cedis nemom yɛnyɛ mobile money nso in advance twɛn nyame yadom ɔkyena nɔpa oba program yi ase ɛwɔ National Theatre na odo sikaba ɛyɛ 250 oba program na se a na waba be register ɛwɔ dwumadie no ase hwa me pacho sign fa number ne bio ɛyɛ 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 yɛsrɛ yɛkyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma wie nsae yɛhyɛ da yɛ videos kama yɛde ato pen drive so a yɛbɛkya ma nipa ɛba program na se kyena nyinaa videos no nneɛma yɛbɛkyerɛ ne yɛ nyinaa ɛyɛ liquid soap shampoo conditioner setting lotion styling gel after wash Izal thick parazone fresh yogurt cola drink fluffy ice cream malt communion wine pizza soya kebab meat pie cake ring donuts mushrooms snails farming catfish any tilapia farming honey bar soap alata samina gel emulsion paint washing powder banana bread car and motor tracking device biodigester any ointment yaiwe no nyina ho videos a yade ato pen drive so be cha nipa ebe dwumedie no ase kyena nyina mesrew yenton eye free ne nyina hye 250 cedis registration a obe dwumedie no ase kyena wode beba no emu bibia nka ho bio ya sanso ye ho books any certificates a yɛbɛkyɛ ama nipa ebe dwumedie no ase nyina package we nyina ene niema yɛbɛkyerɛ ne nyina price ena ye 250 no siketwie bia nka ho bio o ba na odi aba dwumedie no ase aba register yɛbɛ start program yi anopa 8 o'clock ɛyɛ kyena nopa ɛwɔ National Theatre kai sɛ ɛyɛ practical training program a yɛkyerɛkyerɛ nyuma adwuma bi a oyɛ no wobɛtimi ayɛ ɛde aka ho wobɛsuasua no amfa anya adwuma afi mpa wɔ trim 5 years 10 years ɛso bɛtimi abamfasoɔ ɛde amabusua ɛne ɔman yɛsrɛ ɔkyena nopa sɛbe oyɛ housewife abra National Theatre bɛsuasua nneɛma bi ebia na oyɛ adwuma pɛ ofra ka de oyɛ ho yɛsrɛ bra na bɛsuasua bi ebi kura mpo a na wapɛ adwuma kyɛ bibi nti onya bi nya yɛ bra bi ebia na akɔ pension fa ho hyɛ mu bi na daache obetimi atwa so aba yɛkyerɛkyerɛ wie a yɛbɛsan kyerɛ baabi a wɔne yɛba program ibenya raw materials ɛyɛ chemicals ahodoɔ gallons containers ahodoɔ ne nyinaa bi atɔ sɛdeɛ dwumadie n'akyi no obi pɛ sɛ ɔde na adwuma wetimi ɛde ayɛ na adwuma ama ɛmfasoɔ aba so ɛkwan ne ɛfa so register adwuma aban mu ne nyinaa yɛbɛkyerɛ yɛnim sɛ program yi ɛmrɛ wie no ɛbɛyɛ nhyira ɛbɛyɛ mfasoɔ ama nipa ɛde wɔn ho bɛhyɛ mu nyinaa megye mu ama ɔfa yi mepakyɛ ɔsan fa number no ebio ɛba so kyena nopa ɛwɔ National Theatre mepakyɛ ɔfa number no mesrɛw ɛyɛ 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 nyame bo ɔkyena yɛbɛhwɛ mo anim ɛwɔ National Theatre anɔpa 8 o'clock. Ɔfa medase.
Thank you. Uncle Francis Ochrini Atene Kano Network for Societal Transformation. Nyamia Aduma Ochna. Omujuma Dienu. Yenina Yabefa Sebi. Tibomodi answer also bet me Edo Ashim Yada Sibebre. All right, so your side Monsieur Bio, Baby Biawobiano, and Fiada Bojaye Citizen Show powered by Accra FM Class Media Group CMG. For short, thank you. Let's led by an Kwame Kwache Fit one. And that's what we are the Pande people pop salada. Eugene is here, Boss Yoda is here, Cephas is here. Tamale for Yami Adman next month, and I say, Yami Adman next month, you better tamale. Ken Farouk. Na me pacho my yamfa de yamfa enyom no to form na yankasa enipa ne me kasa na o ka kire me say look Bobie enkrofo companies especially omo free amanone ebaaye bebrenua abobbo omo eniema omo eko eye signal say ade no agifri obi ansem ade no ayete ho ayeka ne saa no a obi aye din obi aye kom no agifri obi ansem Ken Oforiata Ekufuado Bawumia omo destroy country no omo say woman no we eye reality muma ya ntiase o ya MPP ni kura ti asem wo yase ti ase say baby adina du na critical baby adina du no asem o ya ba say o mine say ya ye nyina ne ho betre ye that is the reason why look man trust say oh yeah no and I think we are we mebo Madam Sophia Kufu Abaso why dear Omianani to be honest with you, she has earned my respect, and this is the way to go. Yes. My buying a party. But wrong is wrong. You see, say, and we hear say, obviously be a neutral. What is the meaning of me a neutral? What is the meaning? In the face of injustice, it takes only a criminal to say oh you neutral. We are neutral say. Media menya politics so media menya everything your daily lives and your policies are running on my way, programs are running on my way no and your politicians and the trust no matter say whether MPP or NDC they decide. And the asema babrani and kabia was media menya politics on your politics say at the end of the day no whatever it is, the negatives no a benya effect on you, the positive benya the effect on and yendi won come. Let's talk about it. Adia no say so also adia there be am catch them say we share any media practitioner broadcaster be or catch us me what do you call it? Me a neutral biano. Any pan a criminal, he's a criminal. Menka say ko support this answer, but at least at any point in time, so we kodro no hwe ni panim catch and say look, we don't deserve this, we don't need this. From 2008 I made my stance clear on Akufo-Addo. From Asempa to that look, on my way, no. Ghana do not, deserve Akufo-Addo. And Akufo-Addo, we don't, baby, Ghana do not need Akufo-Addo. I'm about to say no. You come and destroy the country and walk away. Satan and Crawford Tiasam I can say. They thought say no joke. They thought say obi tie will be no. But the reality is that look, that man say kase onipa yo safe wa or say adie. And sometimes I tell people that and yet problem is said and yes MPP as a political party. Yes, we have nice guys in the MPP. Why? Yes, you may have your difficulties with him, but at least the Kufuor MPP we saw is far better than the MPP we are seeing now. Me who political party say see pa Kufuor MPP we and one fast watcher no. Ade bi omo ye bia no wodwene ho a won tiase. So when I heard about a year Sophia Kufu talking, I said, okay. So at least onyansani baako every a year party no mu, and she's doing the needful. When you sit on air, nakasa dia kenofriata ne ye no, abonsam just so you obi a ye bonsam. What did penny atem? Asama ma amene kan ye no so odidi obi atem. Look, but okay, let's lay acquire background now man so yeah businesses no work right. But I to forcing minority leader ne UPSC
today
this
Ghana
has
officially announced default of its external debt. That is what it means.
You know, we are
unfortunately
it long ago.
Long ago.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, yes, yeah. So you go to forcing
of its external debt. That is what it means.
You know, we are
unfortunately
it long ago.
Long ago.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, yes, yeah. So you go to
Yes, so Bobie, yes, good afternoon. Mechia will be yes. I same way the Ansah to forcing a bosso, but even apart from UPSA platform now, Ojina so Ekasa same way. I think he's mentioned it in on several fora. I mean, Ojina platform be so in most of his interviews, Omaya no waka same way. Not even only your friend is saying. At forcing, I don't go name most of the minority members in the finance committee. Omaka sound same way, especially I don't go. Uti I don't go. I don't so taboso Jinapo John Jinapo Munina bosso members of the finance committee. No, Omaka sa haircut we ask them. But Mika said those days, Omoka we have our colleagues from the other side, no, who is always disputed. But today it is so crystal clear. Anyway, your friend say nanka but I tell from French me. I'm very sorry. I'm seeing but Ansah to force in the casa no. I could find very bad say no, it will not happen. Yes, said there will not be any haircut. No, in fact, I could find the crab can it's in Crawford be brave and mounted. John Kumamu, they all mounted series of platforms. Everybody here said there is nothing of that sort that will happen. There is nothing like haircut to be a ABC. Antibiana.
Anyway,
we buy.
But your friend is a month for AD and Como. A month for and run nipa by a phone a friend me say almost at to two almost shops because of backward you see GR phone to a jai.
Yeah.
Was it taxes?
Yeah.
Was it GR phone to do a jai jumaye? An idea obey be any shop view. Emunia mano also was a saco goofy on one ne mabedi. A sa na oto because who the entire as or cotton and shop no be better than a console. You know, you one issue. Others normally make a sign, not to say, and Yama I basa. Yeah, Yama basa. So that is the reason why.
It's true. In fact, there are no crackers say tax no put there. Ebi abako no akano. Because Bobie say apart from tax no, high cost of fuel. Say fuel boy cost. Omo ye ejuma request for example, meaning barbers, omo salon like omo ye makeup nails and now most of them cannot even operate from omo shops.
Really?
Yes. Omo ye no home service. Weekend.
Why?
Yeah, because cost of because say wo ba say wo be ye uti. Ebo na obebon because ono so be increase. You understand? Omo be increase. ECG say omo increase.
Yes.
Nti omo increase.
Yes.
Nti wo ebia oba na o ka se watu a. O mpene, o nti ase. Nti bebre a etum. Apart from even the cost of a utility being water and transport charges, which still leads to self fuel we are. Ansah na import high import say oba moton cars.
I hear say game afford the app, right?
Oh, that's a game there say last year ho baby ton.
No call.
Me friend be friend me. Glovo, sa Glovo app ya obeto aduane a odi. Me friend pa omo Ghana ha. Anche bia na I'm say last week ho baby na o ka say Charlie. Say your office no. Yeah, omo etuma maka ye nipa trepe.
Really?
Yes, omo etuma because doing business in Ghana.
I don't know ye.
Oh, say obeto aduane a Glovo app
okay,
no omo na
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obeto aduane a sa app no. Say doing business in Ghana is so very higher. She say I no ka say we used to have a company. You might even know your friend of Far East Mercantile. Omo they are into this. They say omo running lean. Your friend is lean operation. Omo saki obi ama can just few per enche bi ankra ansha. Say never cost reason na eko ya. Omo close. Yes. I say me body no. Your friend is saying even Vodafone cry make I say. Say Vodafone for
yes Vodafone
is up for sale. A company called Telecel. Now, una better company looking good in the market, and I say company
obviously it's up a company.
Exactly. Say I'm look at say Airtel Tigo is still there. Obi ambeji and I'm boy. So ambeji. I buy now no so buy la. Now say Airtel Tigo is saying. You kind of saying there used to be this a company a food joint for Accra Mall and Amita those days with alcohol a friend ender. They say.
Is it true, sir? Well, so echo.
Yes, Matipa. Miamati.
Well, Mako.
Yes, Miamati. In fact, there used to be another company, be a friend of Bata. Tompa boa shoes. This first time Osu Mall, who call him for more. There's so many they can only operate in Accra, only operate in Accra Mall. Because the cost of
close to other outlets. Wow.
Meanwhile, when you go to other countries, butter was shop Kenya, so one high cost of imports on Yenema. Oh, they are Kwaboso Kanye. Last meet yes, or you be interviewed, say Bobie, Obaha, to spa, Opekra, Emma. I was listening. Shops are collapsing. Import duties, imported parts, imported cars, they say almost complaining. Now, apart from that, charges, and only taxes needs Anemana o Kano. High cost of fuel. It's a fuel high cost of energy, high cost of water. What you say? And these are the issues, and it is very unfortunate. Say we are rather using COVID in Ukraine to, but it is in the same era in Nyasika. In the same era in Nyasika. In fact, even during COVID, tenwano, ukaya. Yeah, some $600 million. I think we had some $600 million from the World Bank or IMF or so to support us. Okay? And when the money came, it was shared. It was part of that money, almost share, yeti, Sanargo, MPBR. Yes, we during the COVID.
Obia send me, hey, Yamutre, go. Okay. Obia send me, Excellency Nada, also busy internet omatum.
Busy. Oh, I'm coming to Moncacho. Me for all the time, but they are not
busy internet. So at least we notable companies.
Yes,
it's a game, busy internet.
Yes, they folded up.
Well, and I hear some Whirlpools for also folded up.
Whirlpool they say, I mean, since last year, hobby biton. I mean, I since last year, hobby biton.
Omo low key
because doing business in the country is so expensive. You understand? It's so expensive. So I will not invest here again. I'd rather go and invest in an economy That is very good. So that I'll keep lean operation here. Now me move maybe
and me
different economy.
I'm worried about a year or more shops and kitten no.
Yes. Omo na me say barbers. Omo ya baba. Omo ye nail omo. Say Bobie as an entrepreneur. Say as an entrepreneur. Say there is no even fine. Let's even assume say you've made money to start your own business. The environment is not so conducive for business to thrive. That's the problem. Bobie, onya nkona uko say when ya some space be a be shop. And I mean to say was it here or some different network? Odi see wa na AMF aba, TMF aba. Ba tax. As a small so how do you even start?
Madam Via testing me, I'll say Bobie, all the trucks in Gassam are parked.
They can't move. When last did you see Metro Mass? Menka so money who? But the Metro Mass, even government, how they are buying no crampo no. And there was a day Bernard Mona made some that was the day I buy later I went to me and Kasabe no.
Yeah.
What he said was true. What they do is that they plan to make the government or public institutions make like Enye Juma. It's not working. Then they will go behind and buy it. Look at your friend saying Lapam. Look at Golden Tulip. You know Golden Tulip is no more Golden Tulip. It is now Lancaster. Lapam. Yes, Lapam.
Yeah.
You find saying Labadi needs for you. These are businesses. Nka are buying a was taking it through SNIT. Now all these businesses are going. They are going. So, these businesses you are mentioning say so. Boja no. Obi ho a baba, obi ho a tailor, obi ho or your hairdresser, obi fuel ultimate talk. If I'm saying
okay, so Bob Little say we're closely in shops 5. Employees are no 28. We're more money na coffee.
Yes.
So 5 shops down, 28 employees.
Yes.
Off radar.
So the question is, omo kohin. Omo lay off. Say omo kohin. Me I no kasa we. I be crab 13 employees. Now I have just 4 left. 4 pen aka because the aka no so it's as and when I menya job be no maba. You understand? It's as and when I get some job, then I'll now say okay, let me bring the others.
Now I say.
Oh no, I'm 13.
And
I'm 13. I'm just keeping about 5. And at 5, and I'm keeping them because I have contract with other companies. Almost the no more contract. Your contract BBC. Somebody must be there. Yes, I will breach SLA. But so it means that they have to fend for themselves wherever they are until we get
Tony Breeze say his brother works with a water company, but for some time now, over 500 employees have been laid off. 500. I don't believe.
Oh, but even the mining say
no,
when put there yanka mining hompo, yanka mining honyin ye. We are just talking about just boja. Now me put there boja na yame main issue. But in fact, at this point, don't dispute any number. Charlie, it's not easy. And yeah, easy cry. It's not easy. And now, yantu ya boa, banks, insurance companies, savings and loans, microfinance, whatever, will follow suit. Because even as we speak, commercial bank, commercial bank, buying what stake, omo bonds, omo sika ko lock up in bonds. Bank of Ghana cry sika ko lock up in sa bonds, sa didi omo yi. Yes. Into insurance company. What anti insurance for so omo sika omo nkomodi anosa ko lock it. So when it gets there and they tell you that look, you know what, because of what is happening, we may not have money. Not even insurance company, banks, microfinance. They should expect
so the
some job losses.
The point is now, government now your announcement say from January of this year, on to me, what do you call it? Employed. On to me in Fenipa.
Yeah.
Okay. Then going forward, no, the same government created difficulties.
Yeah.
Say Emma businesses.
Yeah.
Ama businesses into me
engineer. Yes.
So amount for you among crop for Eddie.
Yes.
Into what want me employ a private sector also omu yin crop for Eddie.
Because egu
into amount for banner bopation.
Yes.
Would I just say this is the reason why the youth are seriously into the galamsey business?
Of course. And day in, day out, Nipanso, you will graduate every poly, graduate every university, graduate every teacher training.
Ban or mobile.
So the only way out now, is for the government to be very disciplined. Share. All public institutions are Bruce 60, I want contract, at least. Say, for example, let's take any public institution, like for example, Ghana Standard Authority. Bruce 60, 8, Master Munina Munkufi, not fresh ones in bra. So a different company. One Bruce 60, Muya 10, Munkona fresh. That's the only way we can give way to the younger ones.
No, but almost got 3 fear. Sir.
No, but they have seen it all. Sister, yes, you've seen it all. What am I so? Now one now fresh one on over your age. My sister, yes. Ebia oh ma show. Oh ebia oh ma oh businesses be. Or you can even go as a consultant so that we will be coming to you. Say
sikani wa government in the base. There is no money.
But there's no money. We are still appointing new ministers. Minister of State in the Office of Local Government Minister. Meanwhile, we have a substantive local government minister. Or not, and once you are a minister, see. It is under this government we had Minister of State in the Office of the Senior Minister. Katuna Feku.
Oh.
You can Google it.
But Kabio.
Minister of State in the Office of the Senior Minister. Katuna Feku. And once you are a Minister of State.
Minister of State.
Oh, in the Office of the Senior Minister. 2021 was Ahina. You know he's now senior presidential advisor. When he was a senior minister, there was a minister assigned to his office. You can Google it. And I've mentioned her name, Katrina Feku.
Akwabi wa apetesi ba o mampon. Your friend Timalo. Na okwana obusa over to say o say bomb 2 shots. Na also apetesi so di gu anum anya better sa.
No.
Na odi gu anum na o ka anum sisu a ojiwa so say hey utribu yo do. Utribu yo do.
Yes. Exactly.
Minister of State
in the Office of the Senior Minister. Now, Senior Minister, Nankasa, the post here. The JD then. Must assign a minister to his office. Say no. And once you are made a Minister of State, it comes with that cloud. You know, you are giving this, you are giving that, you are giving that. But we really need that.
Yes.
Minister of State in the office, at the presidency in charge of local government. But we already have Dambutre.
Obia sent me a message this year. I'll say he's a farmer.
Yes.
And when a farmer or 29 or do a juma. Say well you 21 Eddie. Because on to mean tough fertilizer we decide cutlasses, petrol.
Yeah.
Nina bo ekosro.
Yeah.
And onyamfa so bia.
Yeah. I forgot to mention the poultry industry when I was even mentioning of companies are collapsing. Poultry industries will be collapsing because they can't import or to me import a feed for a moano for the birds.
James Coffey say oba a dura plaster. Almost sake Ghanaians in the bebre.
Yes, so that's them a heavy industrial area. Duraplast, name them. Some companies because Bobie, it's fuel. Oh, so I heard the heavy industrial area. I have fuel on quantity juma TNT. Bobie for Accra. So the cost of doing business in Ghana, like I said, is very very expensive. It's very expensive. People in fact, those in farming, poultry, me catch your poultry business they go. In fact, people have turned poultry houses, poultry dying, no. Turning into doing something else. Because they can't import feed. Obviously, feed the boy, they can't import. Import it into say
Ebro boy.
That's why planning for food and jobs still. Ebro still I also could be president. Scanning your year. We've done that job several times here. PFG.
Yes.
You understand? So as for Ejuma the Egube and more apart from Ejuma say Begunu, there are going to be job losses.
My name is Victor Mapon J, one chairman Ghana National Association of Poultry Farmers.
Good.
Chairman, ma. Boko the offer.
Akadiaka.
Akadiaka mina nebi ewo asantimampo wase bolgane de obeko na tangano tangano wafa Patrick yafo enana me ready bibi na me copy so say afi de ayaye kakra entini ase bebusa say say ne sitie yes mo nkrofo bi omo toto ano mo toto omo farms mu ya no kre
yo me da si bebre Bobie na me tie fo so na enye tutu ne tutu kwa enema poultry farmers fam sabre no anodini omo gina court enam eka japadia omo pegu ha so say no yenim bi because a human up just a minute poultry farmers na obie no ha make us say owo afoto na so what ni bia nke asem are hu yi pa
na dia course ne dia
yo so a cash poultry so be kada titi no na ye 24 cash the owe book na wa akoko
yeah
poultry na is about feed na ye de ma enkoko no na ye can feed the poultry no what's the dark of aboa ne say wa o be titi no enti niema wo hia na as a story nya de ma no na poultry na akoko na wakofa na ba no it's for a purpose say either say obetu kusiama o ana say ubenye no na di na table me can your friend broiler no basically you were chronic types no bebre but the pa ni the layer and the broiler the all kusia any fita na ye di table no and to achieve that purpose no so ma akukọ ba na wakofa no so the beboa ama wetimi anya ono so atimi ama o de uhia no ayekusi obetu no na bia ni die no basically ebro na edimu akutini pa social formulation na edema layer ne broiler ni nyina na ebro kwa ye between 55 to 65%. It's a broad that is in pa na yeni kran ense ebro sem no I'm saying before planting for food and jobs na you bro 50 kilo no you turn 50 cedis. Enti you start PFJ obian him say oh say there abai any akọ a oboa ebro for ni spray afọ no e be me aduane ne boa ba fom. Say the hu ya say ebo no ma Ansah in the beginning, not a static really. A cost 65, not about 100. Me no say to say a broken the same 50 kilo now, near 26 cities. 250 Ghana cities.
And say 250.
250 Ghana cities.
Why you? Okay, over 50 kilo no, my hunu say atam ema anase atam efa.
50 kilo near one fertilizer bottle white.
And
then they reach 50 kilo weight, you know.
Enti na ya no 50 Ghana cedis.
Na ya 50 Ghana cedis.
Ansah no mo be PFJ no. So you have said 2015, 16, 17.
No, 15 was 50 cities. So, Bruno, not a woman about the cost no dear. But not to that margin, a career, a 100 cities, you know. Your Bomodi and I could not for President Tokache said. Maybe a Bruno could do 100 cities. Yeah, won't be that.
Oh, Moko President when you are Kwabena money.
Yeah. Because any ministry no can be you do the echo, boy, no cry an echo. I'm a president, and 2 ministers, and no prayer, trade and food and agriculture.
Yeah.
I know, catch and say, well, you're concerned about the poultry. It's a moment, and some of Yabacano. On between the name of Kwemu, Ama, and Yama 2 year poultry, let me across. United by because it's president in ministers are lo and behold, the we answer 200 and the year 250. Now soya beans was then about 150 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
They say me know say the same 50 kilo weight of soya beans, over 500 Ghana cedis. Now the man will cry a wheat brana. Nenka kaneno obian fanyi anyafia na yewe. Any who says the frank kwediania eboyen. It was 15 cedis, 15 for 25 kilos. They say 100 cedis. 55 to 90 cedis now. And you can start animal na feed cost over 300%. And meanwhile, Odema Akukono, we are then feed cost untimentica.
And the over young father say poultry farmer back with me employ nipa bed was say.
It depended in Kukona or no.
What are minimum?
Let me say big farmers big to me employ 600 workers.
600.
Now a bit to me big farmers a bit to me employ 600.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Farm test about about 600 workers.
I see.
So, I mean, say over 80% 40 farms need the in
and the father say, and Kwabena 500 there, or coffee from that company no workano.
500 they say the workers meaning 50 crab.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Situation is very bad.
Jesus Christ.
80% na make us
yeah.
Yes, and it yes too. Obiana Nikukoya 150 the capacity 150,000. You know, because I got 20,000.
I got 20,000.
Obi the 300,000. I got 50,000. And the other you said yeah, and it be no more.
Yeah. Yeah. Of assembly home.
Assembly kind of no. I know they na after say 40 farmers you need come up for because I did we no and then started say
no over more could do president or grand Kusiaga. Is that happen? Anyway, yeah, because one of our J ya Pemsubia Biana because Nkoma Yedina no we are looking at a business environment at your Ghana. Unim say no big catch say a busy internet for to 2 or more any game more say apra o de won ko ba bia yes game almost so atutum ko yes wo ma for so close it down omko any other even a binum cross shops almost to 2 shops mu because they all koto entimi they all ton so nyobi amanento then mama bia no make kasa na o say ono ne shop Accra Central watum because GR for anopa aso mo ne eya adwuma omo dware ya ne office wo kinkan omo te ne kon so saa kopim no nsia obeto ne shop mu enti watutum
me know kasa the business environment is very critical.
Too bad. On say I'm trying to view. But Leslie,
yeah.
So
it confirms what I was saying. Ebro cry me. So you see, I wanted you to even ask him to say no. A car or more body see on infrastructure, dan is almost the den. And also I double
no. Okay, so try.
And also somebody then I quite double a car. Because the room or the structure was purposely built to house the beds. They say beds in the hotel almost the den. Because you can't be still maintaining the facility. Abra emphasis kabia bro. The almost the den. That question who hear me pa. But you see, what he said confirms what we were just discussing. This is even poetry.
Wasayaba, over Jekafra, at Tekoe. Now, me person me busa last ye be say, enti farmers no say, or more human gusa infrastructure now on the day.
Infrastructure, what the tears are ye, with the school ye. It is not a more read in me now, but quoting me in answer.
Oh,
na kankanta na ebo ho so itu anye ya ayu omo mutu ton condemn no mutu bi sim so anaju no mutu kankanta ni nyina akọ na je se fam na e condemn
wani so atew
yeah na mame fa we kem on say Ghana and a champion African continental trade free trade area. It means to say, in the next couple of months, Africa has be the product to be Ghana ha. Wabra, yanyin tax be no tariff.
Hey.
Oh, yes. China chile.
Startem rebe.
Oh, my own meeting be I get that I'm the headquarters of Ghana has it.
So which means after the foreigners no anymore be compete pa.
Yeah, we are brave soon because Obia they call Morocco. Morocco for a produce broilers 9 million broilers every week. Every week. Ghana 2019. You can say yeah railing for food and jobs. Now be produce 40,000 metric tons of chicken. From that time to now, you produce 1,000 metric tons of bar. It means Morocco for Edman or more yellow. They say almost maybe a ton. They can bring them here while we see the coin. Because almost cost of a very, very cheap. Almost with the yes production cost is very high. So the bar of a ton of deal hard. Give a bar and say Ghana ni o can't top the beer baby by and see a fresh. Young told you. In the Ghana, you may not need to do. Nkaya be saying no. Nanki abua say companies, manufacturing companies in no. Yabebua ama omajuma peja. Usha electricity ya di juma. And unquite secure about 30% of the production.
Yeah.
Boarding. So, indeed, we are sitting on a time bomb. I know the country.
Anyway, over Accra Family Citizen Show, yeah, that's here.
You, Miss Medamasi.
You, Leslie, I didn't know better. Abu the way say the situation is very, very bad. The fuel issue is making drivers running at lost cost of fuel. And it seems like Cecilia will be a testament saying Uchika wa package.
Yeah, wa package.
Also on one or two soon or the toll tax.
Yeah.
But or share maintenance. Yeah, onya and husika into a package.
And we are even leaving out private schools. Maybe are close it down. Let's not forget. Private schools maybe are close it down.
Where?
Bobie.
No, I want to know.
Oh, the Unima, Opa, sir, conference, everyone is saying private school, you know, they have they do have a poultry farmers. We can call them. Just call at random. Schools will close it down because.
I say, Obia send me say Regal Print. Omoye printing press. Regal Print. It's one of the biggest. Almost so close it down.
Printing there meaning about 2 are close it down or Newtown. Say ohona yomo hub.
Yeah.
2 almost close it down. Meaning 2 because of high cost of power. Almost close it. That's number 1. And number 2, power fluctuation. Almost close it.
I see.
Yes, meaning 2 companies were Accra Newtown. Almost close it. But coming back to this poultry one.
Now what schools now?
Private schools no. Ebi to me. School be na say way. I don't know. Say who share the way bills no be say a triple because these private schools are on their own. Aban and Maomo, even during the COVID time, Ukaya, they came together to government say, Aban boy.
And it's a school back home, a private school back home. A bit me for employers be over 100.
Yes, because teachers, aside the teachers, don't forget we have non-teaching staff. Cinema, cleaners, you know, so we have teaching and non-teaching staff. And I have administrators. Exactly. Boom. But I'll be very happy if you can pick up that private schools. No, maybe one day.
No, what catch me?
Yes. Yes. And transport owners. Say true driver. Everyone is a man of the same.
Yabema.
I don't know. You can. The travel business is Bobie packet. Bobie intimidate Bobie packet. Because I say you are breaking even. If you run at a loss. So break even point. If I say you put 20 cities, you are getting 20 cities. I don't put there. But if you run at a loss. And the factors are what I've told you. High fuel, tax, power, insure. Just all these things play a role.
Boys now, my boys no do more armed robbery
Charlie, and it's very bad. And it's very bad.
Okay, so Madam for Doctor Bia send me see I was say or can they to confirm what you are saying?
Yes,
say Punk Secondary School or Bobie a private senior high school. Yeah. They have closed it down.
Yes. Or nobody or senior high. After the junior high, primary, or basic. After the basic ones, they're uncountable. And you can get what I'm telling you from the president of private schools. Then the Omo Association. You can confirm if they are listening. Some of them can still call in and confirm to you. You let them mention the name of their schools. This is how bad it has gotten to. You understand? So if we are going through this as a country, and Abansi on your now still, appointing ministers, now say, that is, we'll call a year obey there. Then it means that, and some Timamphone cano, form serious. Instead of rather cutting down the size of your government, you are still adding more. Some ministries have 2 deputies. There are no more yet. Every ministry has a chief director. So do away with the deputies. Have your minister. Only who are chief director should be able to act. You see, we don't need this government heavy government machinery in this time. We don't need it. When you go to Nigeria.
No, but okay, what do you mean?
So call Nigeria won't. Ebeye say Ubehu say foreign rice about Nigeria. It's not like you cannot import. It's not like you cannot import. Okay. But a border that's no. You end up just eating the local rice like that. It is a way of promoting their own.
So
what I'm trying to say is that what I'm just trying to say is that let us promote Ebiana say poultry because of feed. Say now if I buy my PFJ no say the pump go say I'm pam PFJ I'm doing
it so one come and yes I know he's a criminal.
Yes, and this a money a brony san nanka grow from na import here. I mean, oh my like Ghana, you are still importing and snail. You are importing tomato from Burkina. You are importing jenny sanema. Oko akra mola. Jenny tomatoes bidie. You know they sell charcoal. You know they sell it. No, it is packaged. They sell it. They sell tomatoes. Jenny. These are things that So that is how bad the economy is now.
Issa Malik say, Commander, just check on Nalem clothing. Find out how they are doing. And it will shock you. You know Nalem?
I've heard of it before.
Oh, Nalem. Maybe I'm a permontary shepherd.
Quality one.
Oh yeah, they have nice linen styles
and
it's nice. And
the other important issue is
for me to hear say Nalem.
Cut down one. Yes. And one other thing to say. I'm closing my shop and I'm closing my salon, my barbering shop because I cannot operate. I'm online. So now digital media, online marketing. And also telco see data boakosro.
As far now can Anthony Okumosi will be there used to be this private school at Domain CFC Estate.
I know CFC Estate.
near Senate Flat,
yes,
around town.
And the market, I know.
Also closed down.
Yes.
School normal to two.
Yes.
And now they are using the place, building residential houses there.
Yes. And this is just a crowd. Where a crowd? Where just a crowd? A crowd.
Yeah. Court districts.
Yeah, court districts. Where a crowd?
Excellency Nada say there is a school at Enya N1, Enya NIC Liberty, closed down. Omatutum. I see.
Baby.
So another one says Kingdom Hope International School at Ofanko Barrier has been closed down since 2021.
And this is Accra and Pony, because they cannot cope. Because say for a broker Bibia tax broker now can say, okay, I am passing it off or I'm passing it on to the student. And the parents will tell you, unfortunately, I cannot cope.
So
I can't.
So which means everybody destroy everything.
Maybe
destroy Bibia.
There is no sector. As I say, I ain't say yet. There is no sector. Me say, I ban a physical. Say be a shop. Won't mean to your rent. Won't mean okay. Let me go and do digital marketing and online marketing. And also say, me name say when you have message from telco say data book cost runs and even data. The data to even do your own business. Data to do your own adverts on Facebook, on Instagram, social media in general, is so expensive. It's so expensive. So the issue is an end-to-end affair, and there is no sector. There is no sector. Obeka say may sector where they are exempted. All the sectors, be it education, be it health, be it aviation, be it agri, say lands. Just say BBR say. And we have ministers, deputy ministers, 2 each. Omunina will V8, saloon cars, house helps. That is how bad the situation is. That's how bad the situation is. You have 2 deputy finance ministers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yafan say bakwe we o de yafan say mo isu bako as a scapegoat and amapamono. Mo anamaseti and amapamono. They say Aka finance minister and his 2 deputy ministers. If you want to elevate her, I mean, if you want to get a different one to replace the one you sacked her, just elevate one of the deputy ministers so that you have 2 finance ministers, and 1 deputy. Why do you still want to have 2 finance ministers and 2 deputy ministers and send a chief director? So these are the issues. We don't need this heavy government machinery. We don't need it. And as a obiante, I always say that I think God has told Akufo-Addo say after 2024, if you ask me, maybe some will be a cash and
but Akufo-Addo no in opposition on it. Kwame Sefa kind of quiet interview no, and yes, you are born to them, but Akufo-Addo Kasafa say
half of that is the working population of Ghana, some 12-13 million, not 600,000. You don't know for when you did when you can say I'm crunch marketing kitchen when you know and who can't boom more a Ghana you see some and it's all quain beer obituary amana ban says uncle when you know being young or this room could be the bedroom and then obituary a ma a sika samson so I want the bemuma a juman switch me up titu Ghana says say the way maybe they have me. I have me pa any juma in the home I am concern a coso sa me can say me baba Jeremiah because be phone bitch me see what they be men person mesa Nelson so so wash we are say back ho asema wonim say men bi wo ho e kro bi wo ho a adwuma nim ema ye mabru a kaniki assemble to so man down maybe the friend of Arab Spring Arab Spring started with Tunisia. Young boy, I think 23-year-old boy, Awako school enya degree I say unye juma and one day in protest on washing. Can you imagine the level of desperation involved in Nipa? So I bet say we are seeing na basa unni ni dasro bia unhu bibia be yama etino o show ho ade akasem akyerɛ ɔmanfo na no bae no ɛyɛ te sɛ agya wɔ Tunisia because na nkurɔfoɔ bebree te sɛ ɔno ebi a wɔn yɛ wɔ ɔman mu saa time ehu no saa nanso na nkurɔfoɔ te sɛ ɔno no dɔɔso papa a wɔn nyinaa nso ke sɛ hey wei na ɔka yɛ asɛm ama yɛn nti ɛsɔre ne yɛnso so yɛmfa yɛn ho nhyɛ mu ɛno ɛna fiti aseɛ yɛ a ɛma North Africa ne saa Arab Spring no bae nti yɛmfa sɛ mama yɛn nti ɛsɔre ne yɛnso so yɛmfa yɛn ho nhyɛ mu ɛno ɛna fiti aseɛ yɛ a ɛma North Africa ne saa Arab Spring no bae nti yɛmfa sɛ
okay so Leslie, yeah, this is Akufo-Addo. A quick one on your YouTube. Yeah, what say? I'm not sure Akufo-Addo. Okay, so although I just was maybe be added the demon because what's the casa we now had the question now? You ask yourself so many questions. Yeah. Like, okay, Bismarck and Kansas say honestly, Ghana is in retrogression, but this government would never admit it because you have people who defend them. Now I understand why Mugabe ruled for many years in Zimbabwe. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what's in YouTube was it Kakra? Beko biara kakra beko ni noatene ya beto samia no krese Bobie. The situation is a dial one. Trust me. Good boy on YouTube says after 2024, I think all the criminals should be sent to the newly built Edra prison. Wallahi. Okay, so I have other comments on your Facebook page. Yeah. On your Facebook page, Tommy says, look, Bobie, Akufo-Addo and his guys are criminals. Simple. They are criminals. Okay. Then you have Tanko Mohammed. Bobie, please check Takrade Chapel Hill School. Osiagu. They have closed down. Hey, and Neman Kroforeba.
Now we are going outside Accra.
Takrade Sky. Okay, so let me check on this one. I just saw Sky PC Emmanuel Preparatory School beside Dakuman Police Station. Oma close it down. Yeah, Oma close it down. Yeah. So it's sad. Tim Tommy. We have Donat Kuma. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I buy Mboa private schools in any way. Okay, I buy Mboa omo. Inti no. Omo ana eja. Omo inti. Sese ukurano utuya. Akora work class 5 school fees are 4,000, 5,000. Meanwhile, this is even university fees we cry a semester crying do we. Unfortunately, I buy Mboa omo.
So the records can cry what has say no. Looking at unemployment rate in the second quarter of 2022, which means around a year June, July. Na Ghana, that's a year Ghana Saskar Services. Ghana a year 13.9%. 13.9%. I don't know. Senkebenya 2021. Check on 2021.
I send check it on WhatsApp.
Okay, all right. So 13.9 2022 and
20 or 21 number 4.0 4.7 something thereabouts. Which is very high.
2020.
Yes, 21. 2020 4.65. 2021 4.70.
Unemployment rate.
Yes.
And I jump got 13.9
in which
2022.
So let me check for 2022.
2022 ni.
And I work on.
Yeah, this is 2022.
So that is very, very high to the extreme.
Okay, but what check it 2016? What check it 2016? Because 2016 and now Akufo-Addo catch say your friend is Arab Spring.
2016 unemployment rate 5.53%.
Okay.
5.53.
Okay. And that I know Ojidi say will be a shed on the council.
Yes, 5.53. And from 2017, Ekonona Eba Inti and I'm say as it stands now, and I'm 4.7. That this is 2021. And 2022 then I'm saying boy.
The 2022 second quarter near was 13.9.
Yes.
13.9.
Yes. Say no. What the all these indicators. What the to inflation? You see, affect a war effect on prices of commodities on the market. Food stuff. Okay. Baby, fuel, energy, gas, baby. Okay. But adia any problem they say over free abayin nti bobi me one thing me nko programmer you beka say oh we MPP ni na obe kasama me I don't have that me ni sabotre no I don't want to be on show with somebody who wants to speak for the government unless the person is very objective so that we'll do an objective discussion because adia we unim say adia we make a red chinchina person can say a blue because you are paid for that I don't like that me ni sabotre no because it's say the way our mind no ube try say ube policy ade bia enya say on policy a ube kra ha masa no ube fu na akowie bia
so unemployment no Jomama Jao with 5.53 and 6 years now we are doing 13.1 13.1 yeah. Almost 3 times of baby Jomama Ejao.
But so now the question is what accounted for that? Why this figure now? Why now? You can't tell me Ukraine and war Russia because yes COVID almost nya skapa sika na nya no say also be kwatamale o kwatamale. You see, I'm saying that during the COVID, there was some $600 million or Ghana cedis or so money that was given. Echo MBSSI. Say, farm supporting businesses are good because of COVID. Yeah. Sa sika no be na. Sa sanarugu MP. Yes. Why you go Tamale? This thing will come up.
So, but there's also be a Golden Gate Senior High School in Shama or Matum. Now, Joseph was a Tadi Chapel Hill School. Was one of the best schools in Takrady. It has produced, I mean, ministers, MPs, and all that. And it's sad that they have closed the school down. Nia Benjamin says, I'm watching you live from Achimma, also in Tiwa. MPP never again. All right, so I am schools need the amount for the
schools need almost almost be
about for bad.
Honest, no, because some be on Manua Kachewa, baby, they will cry on your show because it's so bad.
Yeah. Goniaman for they send him maybe just say me production team not na
yes
you found
plan. Yes, school who be
yeah, because schools in there say on my phone I have about 10.
Yes.
10 yes. Different friend 10 and for they are sending me or much me say I don't know I Pascal. Anyway, so the point is we are talking about a year employment. Now I'm for Numa Egu into ama unemployment na air cost business environment nenye buy no use so many kind of mechanisms just to destroy for businesses. Then beyond that you have them competing with a year even more because look at a year ade we omo say yes you buy so also kofa bank ne board here abeton
ministry
and they are competing with market women instead so be niema yi amancrofo won ato won no the same government now is competing with even oil marketing companies say BDCs ye no so be ye ene mo kofa na so akofa ba
OMCs no and then Ansah also almost issue some statements be and they are very almost happy with gold for oil agreement where I buy at all. Yeah. Almost happy. Maybe when you're done,
yeah. Oh no, you didn't come out several times. Say almost the Baba say business. So they are destroying, collapsing amount for businesses just like that.
Yes.
That is what they are doing. Yes. So this is Akufo-Addo in 2016. Now it says when unemployment rate was like 5.5 something. Or say on one part say be form birthday. And today we are doing, I mean, around say 13.
Yes.
13.6, 13.9. A month for close to more. Even shops from Tom Biscuit near the amount for close to more shops. A month for close to hotels. And the information I produce at the Bremen was the Greater Accra and one hotel association for the penny. Was me and hotels me and San and Omatu to Ammonia. So it tells you, sir, at the end of your time. All right, Leslie, thank you for joining me on your opinion. And Medamuna say, my main confer callers, your opinion. What do you all say? The current situation is 0302208090. Yeah, didn't come over near Ba, near no Swababa, but didn't come your opinion. And I think young Conco Fire first caller on the line. Hello.
Commander.
Mpacho Franso Free.
Commander, we need to equally as a
okay, all right. Mpacho Yanko.
Commander, Yanko Pushra, no, Mapa, Bomo, Mangana. Commander, my boss of Pab, Yamo, Sinin Chia, so big to my major super second company than a Pushra. Commander, we shall interview away far. We took on your own opinion, the deal because say you now bambi no one no case planting for food and job. Na a broke out, no moon to me no bro and CD and cocoa na and farm for some bagana and my not house. Now you was about we I have they say. Then to Mamma for an on person obey and that's all better as some no idea yet per man. And yes, Rabbi says, I no more will be in a month for case on one number. Young one on doing cherry person make a trap by say yes, Reno. Come now, I campaign. Catch Ghana for one country Ghana for say or the pensioners pay and or the baby woman or catch Ghana for say it is because of the comedian. Then no she pay for Sika and or the baby with yes, Yama minimum ya papa no ya na ngam no na so mu do musika ebu o man no. What for you musia $443 million. Now we need to go mine. Now my minister to make you go mine. And so my benefit for the son no more in a cat can shout for woman the man. This are also would be you. And now I wouldn't be you with Mr. For the Omuko Pensia. No more desire you. I'm sorry. Dana, if you are or my benefit for and yet the year on yet the fatality my one to
Messi, I go find another caller on the line. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
Yami Adomboko, Jay Frost Free. Ajausu.
The champion man.
Okay.
I'm 16 years there, Baku, and come on, body Kakra. Maybe a mini I can use. And to me, top the Yamawa is as I'm not a colon. And Kokon Casamia, Papa, in a new God will be okay, a business or something will be done was your own to Obama, my one worship. Okay. So will be said a mini I can. Will be the peninsula what's over the sick. What on Monday the Padia Ghana for the shame the club that we can't watch it. The loving airport, the local car has to be NDC. And I do not people were fun who we are aware. People were come good, not can say. And the people were cheer will go here and son who by a president here who figure cry and declare we. Not walk as a whole, I was sorry. Little word be sorry one car. Now we have a body petrol Dira of Sunday near commander of our Ghana Armed Forces, your home, your committee, SSC, I could see. I was so I was on phone for training 2 years old. No, I offer 2 hours a mask. Say, yeah,
okay. That's my main confirm another caller on the line. All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Commander.
Yes, sir.
Me did of a key. Make a selfie new press station circle.
Of a uncle.
Commander, my member about you. May try about being invited me. I'm about you. Commander.
Confusing you do.
Me papa, me present me bow show no so one day.
Mate.
Me baswa, my mene a jawsu and
Mate.
Another classmate for no.
Mate.
Commander. We o kasano, o ka say a Greek minister abano egu amanfo adwuma akwa fa bank ne body aba kese Ghana ni wako village akoto body bi atansi now ba the back rabbit ton 50 Ghana e man no ye ho abano ko fa ba e wote so e ma ye hu se da bi ye pemfa so play no too much. Now what can be your BOC force? I'm going to go for ban. What is Abana go for Biabu?
Na. Dabu. Abandi petrol Dubai. What was the attitude?
And I said that now wouldn't say until so that Bahamas, a member for getting walk of Faba. A person, a man with a muhi
or the buyer, no.
Unia Kutamino. Unia. Dollar Nakuta Mino, I would say, and say, we are a dollar Nakuta. Now you're a dollar, no way yet. None of boy yet, no boss yet, no man, and never be a costro. And Tiabani to the city to go to her. No, the god not public, no, a cotton, or not the top petroliaba. Somebody has a dollar no more, and found coke of petrol, mamma dollar, no one channel. What does it? It's a money for ya, or ya, dear, you don't be high. But said, if you see, consider not to buy it, or not the papa de Ghana.
Mamma Busau. They say, young friend, the taxes, mamma not take Malatano to move.
No credit.
Or the Sama Meno a tax and a tofu, and or the Acofedian and Abba. Mamma not take Malatano do one a boss musica and a Afaka Akofa and Dianaba. Or by then, or by that on it.
Oh, Commander.
Yes, sir.
When you know, you know, nobody, I want my men to find it, you know, one of us go find it.
And I'm saying, I buy Sikana, Minumia Nusikana, Kufadu no more use.
No credit.
And he said, I go for the gym for crown or no affecting it in any way. But on my men or Timana Tadi, Nibotoms cannot be tofu or Kofania Maneba, Namepacho Fuas can run into ya.
Abano or Cocofa, and it will be 10 about Fanfa son to so. Sabaya, Yenny Bini, Benyas Cato, Cacanias, Yacodia, every education. So it's a education, Yenny tax in a day.
Okay.
Now then, the people say, what was Katia? I only say, any tax, any idea for education. By a bimu just say, Robertimatia, Bamanitia, you will be so this car cost me percemitia, and another so on.
Matthew,
Jessica. But as a young minister, man about the next, you come in your mamma knows it here. Minya, because of the entity for Casano. Every Casano, say, ah, me no like to hear you more. And I'm about my jaws, me you be me now, and I'm your coy.
Okay, all right. Mate, may I say, of Akeni attending Cano, quick one, Jennifer Watch. Say, I don't believe self-figure near 13% in poor, and I think he's talking about the unemployment rate. Or say a bit me a chance. Hello? Enka Mordecai, Enko.
Yes, and I got on the idea. So, come to me now, and no father for the next money, Jumako Besiasi. So, my cover, where dear, how the other ministries, a great ministry, ya test it. Now come, man, they will move 50 years to one here. Busy for nothing, so my give you a motor, sure. Ghana, you trust our level, because the different community, that's how many problem. My question is, my call, I was friends and wife, no, I convert Yaniaba, my ticket to Momento. Finally, this is Bobie, Ghana, since the Naku World will make it for you. I have a man, a study, or come in manner, only your better than a moment to ask us to be a Webu, see the Mujazi. So, I tell them, moving the Jana Kaka, let them end that makes the Ghana for the Ghana, may you comfort me, some combat, the cat of the modern day. So, this is a young woman, we need your minister. This is I'm remembering who has March 14th and March 10th. Ghana, would you know?
Nyamisha so Nanaya Trebois Samoa was MPP Bogus 2020. If you don't vote for Nana, we won't remit you anymore. In 2023, the same bogus baby I ding. So no remittances. Okay, so at any point in time, almost said Umsikasa. Hello?
Bobie.
Yes, sir.
bibia bako de
nyame adom boko
wa unu jo masha ashama na me first
okay ashama mfo yenkoi
Bobie eya na ayeme nwanwa kakra mi ankasa madam for me bibia ofake se obi ebu petro wantwiaka wasafa car oman edi sika to wakofa de aba wo ton fufufu wo di compare obi a wo market share adentra onu kofa ya ni die no what is the price the power to the bisa ofake eni na nado se Ansah na ko for the beba oman no na petro ne 1 gallon yesen ne 1 gallon yesen ne sata na sempra na ko for the kase Ghana for e fa petro 1 gallon enne 1 gallon I weigh 1 liter and that time we no e do ma ma ne 1 gallon asika enti so mu ye bibia ya no mu yen kopa kakra enti mu hu se da man for pack o mu ka obi entumi ndiavu ka bio nko fofa moto bebe enti mu hu ana enti o ma mu ye bi enti mu hu so ma mu de o meka no mu mpenifu a se o ma da ne mampa okro we mu no na nka o ma se ni o mu ye no e ha nkrofo ana adenti na mu tumi so ade sifa ade embo o man nkrofo nyina esu unkuwa because of opesa mi kubi nyanti usi elima una obi mami esu obi jira market to ade ye nto obi nam likiri nika kwa watogu nika mkura no adani asem na se wo jira wo kan sem no competitive wo se ade na mo ye no omu bu o man no omu se o man no nka o say no e say ye hwe former chief of friends ni nua no ni auntie no wa ko dira say ono so ni sika na ko for do afa ni sika no finance minister o ma fa ni sika nje say mi dofo ada ne matamfo I'm supposed to say, no to me by the cash. Who for the near Omuya Dofu by my Nema by Ghana for Tafodia. On consent Naku for the by so the Kunko for Akokrafona Bruapo. It is Ghana for Akokrafona, I'm sorry, Waka. You to a bad day.
May say, all right, my man call hello. Yes, sir.
That's right. Many hours for key. On one Castle, you're in the Jimo will be any shop command or maybe you'll be a Jima. Or I didn't tell you the actually, no, or the member studio bed. So, now from me and you are. If I saw them in the eye, so I was to do something. Many talk of our man, 2 days about it. So, if you are the shadow, never want to look up for the other. Or the brother, Cabo got back or Tommy say, no, told you, son, or catch you.
Akronu yusu ministries agrek no cow omo cars and omo yusu enya me no me no taxes into omo pay
me me an tax omo me din say yamba studio me dey we studio me you be a good that be say that before the ya you Ghana ha Nupa ya bo to no me na the 80 people we are seeing a small girl be I send the girl be I quite be what you are seeing. Honestly, the worst is you criminals. If you are sorry cry and we are mampenu. But bomb crafon to you now small but carelessness. If you are coming the power, now show us. Oh, come to a bush of where you are the same and tell you, Mobile whom obey to me and can't go your worst to see one of your criminals. Sorry, Anka. But George Ford no other America so me nim so your chinyo so ko nu onu wu ye to be ye wa ha ye na me scan ye dey na ka dey ni na ko so na che wa di house we NDC ni ye.
Okay, all right, thank you. May I say me for my last 2 callers that dey hello.
Hello, Bobie Ansah.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, me power do.
May I say
ngadia kenofurata ye no me ju mu a me tiase because who see who here nkofo sike nkofo omo su tro say ne omo who ye no ha omo ticha opese ojo musika question me this time me say enye mind game na papa e play nkofo e because omo ye sana say o ye sana nkofo no fima say obuche bi ani ho obedi musika eti o na waju musika afa oye sa so mu lose there. Uba who say, Obaka say, Athena, MPD Father of Akese, or one of the say, Yakasa, Kenoferata, and see or move to no. But to see no movie say, idea or Yadipa, and a question company this say, Kenoferata, Onukwana, you, Pia, but me ask to finance ministry on mana. Eh? Or Hagana, eh? Okokloma, the young for Breno. Bobie,
all right, my man, for last caller. Echo Bentumisi. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Pacha Fresh of Free.
My friend Medina.
Okay, Medina for whom you inquire.
Me say, who information is now among for Eddie Brewer about the schools that are closing, companies that are closing. That's the same way people are dying. Many are dying. It is not. It's not being announced. Many are dying. We are dying. I am here. I am a blind man. I cannot see. I'm suffering from glaucoma. Our glaucoma medicine now, a bottle, small bottle, is 400 Ghana cedis, and we cannot afford. So. If we are saying something, let some law arrive to impeach this man and move this man from the country. This man is killing the country. He's killing the Ghanaians. Ghanaians are dying. So shall we die before we shall know that this man is killing us? Do something. Nana Bobie Ansah, do something for us. You are there for us. Speak for us. Thank you.
And then exactly 1 year. And na enyumre enyumre ma pon show and emrantie bi ba say Rebecca Akufo-Addo say makoka na asɛm no omo mefa memra. And then exactly 1 year. On the 12th of February 2021. Or 2022, yeah.
And Bobie Ansah's case is just one of a handful of arrests of prominent journalists, radio hosts and social media influencers in recent weeks. So what's going on? Is free speech under attack in Ghana? This is BBC Trending, where we take an investigative look at the world of social media. I'm Jonathan Griffin. It was 10 p.m. on a Thursday night, and Bobie Ansah was just finishing his talk show on Accra FM, one of the Ghanaian capital's most popular radio stations. On the face of it, Bobie's show was no different to usual, with its regular blend of Christian gospel music and political chat. And Bobie...
All right, so me and fine I say various radio stations from Joy FM, City, Class FM, Peace FM, Adom FM, Hot FM, Top FM, UTV, Metro, and TV3, including BBC World Service. Obia show concern and for taking interest in the matter. And yes, you almost go to the make call today. Yambe kwa menu producer ni na yamko call to crano. Yakwa call around 25 to 30 times. You know Rebecca there no. And I am a friend saying bomb to the no so the any my course am tea yate. So that's it. And yeah, that a year man for support or man for the support here, you know, we are grateful. Yeah, that's a papa and he said your man for see a boy chidom. Meba.
The Mako Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, who could me say and Nunti Nomania Award, a word best. Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, the Cassa, and Asimo Boya, the Encanin to them.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. I send your one to say near Kro Etuno, near Encan Awananum, Obana Bemo Power, and Yan one Kaye.
Nansama Mekase and the Spana Cod Ekayeno. Greenfield Adarumenti and was also the general APM.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine, sir. I should share the Pediani Kasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Mumbai Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe. Ejamumi and Canada, dewo baby. Adene de say.
Hey, Ama, enti brodo amato to was a watching na pamidi be tweti akwa adwuma no. Ena ehye wono a wo mu komo kono se a wo kanfo no no.
Mira na me de mia. Ade de. Me de me se me kama no ahwe. Ene se me di brodo yi etu asie yo.
Emom de emom. We say mia me tika mu a ye pai bread king. Me to baako. Me di wie ekura ansa na meje baako de abafie. Brodo ni din e de bread king. Na wo sanso woni nua ye frɛ no royal taste bread. Enya sam kitu o.
Na se bread king and the royal taste eye dwumeko baako.
Bread King Company Limited ena ye sa brodo mienu nyina na mo de esam papa ene nua ne nura bebu ama ni padua na nya ahode ena ye sa brodo ahodo mienu yo enti wodi a wo ahotoso se wo di brodo papa ankasa eno ti wadi a wo se di na momo ahame
mira we de se anya se die eno ani se yempe Bread King fo etu akwan na yempe brodo ibi ntongo na se ne asifa ye de no
mi bisa wo so wo Kaso New Market badua se kwantempon so ADB Bank in Chenhope, one is Stanbic Bank, and a DNMUhe, or number 0551 788 787, and our face 0500 078 368. Missy Bread King, dear,
and royal taste bread, dear.
It's Jinana say me.
Love is beautiful. Ojoye dankasa. Red and white night. Ansah Beview. A feeling kikawa bieni ho. Class Media Group and Snit Guest House. Ese afi Val's Day yedie. Ye be card of wabom. Na mami misa wo. One day ye wenye mfishie num. Anase ni abrosa. Enye trobibi kakrafa wene odofo ho. Anase ye audio. Ebraye. Na chen yentia. Accra FM. Modern Love Couple. I was here simo say one the best couple of the night. 50 February busme ne de atoso enkron. Eko si dubako. Ye be your WhatsApp line atomo. Send ye be mu akwenya say. What do voice note and also writer beba. Na woka kwanya. Your love story began. Enkuku hwiase a mo fa mu. Ene kwanya mo fa so a. Wodo ne nya hoɔden na awa one semne beka komba womunya akwenya se wombenya free couple voucher ya wombeti media kodina e was Snit Guest House February bosme ne de atoso dunai e wa febo a Val's Day no sana jona awafo a wobedi nkunim e wo how well you know your partner series so ebenya special treat say wombekwa koda cozy hotel enefo amienu ye wia yesa mom spa treatment any hampesa ye di jo mo kwan na sawo ba ma wafadie enye fita anase koko ye chire wojo e was Snit Guest House any police headquarters di hwenimo na sa dwumadie we Snit Guest House any Devs Maison de Beauté na efa hoka number betimi a WhatsApp ye 05000 26135 0500 02 6135 fa wo so dwumadie mu asaba biomu
All right, so
you're going to restructure debts. The first thing you need to do, I believe, is to look within what is fully under your control and see where you can cut this, you can postpone this, you can reprioritize. You're going to get it back. It's rude, it's wicked, it's unlawful, it's not right. It lacks good faith, it lacks humanity, because we are sitting here because we are well enough to come. Do you know how many people are languishing at home? Do you know how many people who are not even, they are in such a bad state, they are not even aware of what's going on, but it's their investments that you don't care, and you do not touch the old people. You do not touch the funds of the aged when you have not done other things. You have not done due diligence. You have not checked on what other things you do. We are not your last resort. You haven't reached the point of last resort. If they think they've reached the point of last resort, they should prove it to us and show us why this is the only solution. And in any case, it's not a lawful solution. So they should not even go there. Because if they change the law today, it will not affect what has already accrued.
And so, as a lawyer,
personally, with your personal opinion on the sentiments against the DD, what do you think?
Commander, I'm for Ofidi Kessi, so fancy for the for. Now, you have some back in China. So, Commander, I am 100% in support of what she said.
I know there was a financial.
Commander, I'm 100% in support of the Awokeka. You see, because I always say, DD, the approach was not well done.
I see.
Well, the fact of the matter is, you cannot create actually a one. DD, Oshe Attorney General, Emma Ministry of Finance, some way be the opinion about DD, and how it should go. Until the other catcher and say, DD, you're more of a disready. And yet, say would the patapa episode ye baby. Until so when him said DD, Sebe and the pensioners need 15%. And then I will start with 0% coupon rate.
I see.
So 2023 Obama 0% coupon rate. Now for the yawa was member 2%. Yawa was member 5. Yawa was ya for them the co 15. I for the yawa was say omo di 81 years in the year. Ya you am free mukana commander nipa do say na 81 years for Ghana. 81 years kura 81 years kura eto kura na ya adom. Because Bible say 70 after 70 ni ko ni nyina 70 ni ko ni nyina de aka yo ha ne amane ne
anybody 81 years yes abeg kakra bi in Ghana.
So you see there should be more brother. Now we sound the catch them say boa me na me muawa. Why na boa hwan na hwan aboa hwan. Show me many chief and former chief justice many ne ya adwene. The issue that I always say is say if the face we are using to plead to these people, and then let's get a new face to replace and negotiate.
But your leader, our president, in no way.
Kwabena, the truth of the matter is, we voted for the president on the ticket of a party. Too many bedinensa or ye man penny.
Yeah.
So he decides on what is best for the country and drive us along. Everybody is saying the debt exchange program yen shemu ye bio. Commander obi ohon mo me enada bia me come ye finance person. Meto bond, government bond because minim say me de koma microfinance bi, me de koma investment house bi a risky. Even though so bema me more returns no, risk no too much say. Or chiro betumi aka chem say na adwuma na gu. O se sa ne niema na kɔ. Me kɔhwɛ no ni adwapade bi amaboka. Aban de me de me ho kɔtwere na eka bia anim. And if the interest rate you promise us as the coupon rate at that time, 25%, now say no, do stay be Commander, what you need is greater consultation. And you know what makes it more difficult? Dr. Ananianchi, our former Securities and Exchange Commission Director General, he understands all these things about bonds. So if he's leading these pensioners along the line, You need a broader consultation. You don't need to get them to start picketing and then walk from your office and come and meet them and talk to them, and in the evening you go on an announcement announcing to the nation.
But the point is, maybe Dr. Bawumia is happy with the issue. The president is happy with the issue.
Commander, I disagree when you are adding Dr. Bawumia to the issues. You see, let's treat the...
But he's the head of the...
Commander, you are messing it. We saw the former president who was the head of the economic management team who messed up.
No,
you see,
so we know. Financial haircut and blah 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 blah.
Commander, you see,
let me finish.
Let me
finish. Which means in all this, Bawumia and Kahon, right?
Commander, you current minority leader. Okomas we or say get ready for a crude and painful haircut. And Michelle Dr. Atuforsen of all persons.
Yeah, but the question is
okay. Michelle Dr. Atuforsen of all people are Okoma this shrewd presentation ya say be any na so bia last week na honorable John Jinapo Hana meneno bantawe. The truth of the matter is
no, I'm not going there. Please don't take me off. I'm not going there. The point is, with this one, Dr. Bawumia Enimoshi, I just want to understand.
Commander, it's a government decision that we want to go to IMF.
I don't have any problem.
Once government has decided...
You are talking about consultation and all that. Did I make us say, if you be a penny womb, you're about me head of the economic management team. Then the president is there. And the Kenoforiata Ombu Biakra, at least these two gentlemen, dear, at least.
So gentleman being gentleman.
No, because say Bawumia Akufo-Addo, what is happening? And Bawumia is the head of the
has the vice president has the mandate to reshuffle with the finance minister. Does he have that authority and that power?
And it says the AC don't count.
There be a messy bisa question. Vice President no say our mandate ne power say and no sorry.
No, me musa me say what the cause of mon frère no ntune fo.
Commander, you ask a simple question.
That is what I'm asking.
You ask a simple question. The simple question is that do I agree with Chief Justice, former Chief Justice? And I'm saying 100%. And then I gave you my opinion.
But the people said say Dr. Bawumia bibi because I work Ghana na yen bi musa say Bawumia
you see, because me who no say NDC for camp mu no enipa musro no etimu pesa mu di fisra no, but eno dey any problem. Musra ni fikura enye adwuma. Me ba ya sata di fitai se me nsa won wa. Ba bia me timi fan kamata di.
Na se did he do me eja na kofa bae.
Na didi ni Bawumia na kofa bae.
Enye madam for John Mahama e kofa.
Dr. Bawumia na kofa didi ni bae.
Okay, your kofa bae kra se mo.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But yeah. What is it? I've heard church the week. Which church was say I cock rather that. You come by. Oh, for that.
Okay, massive.
Oh, what can I say? Me do the answer be I don't come by. Where would one have a proper answer? Why are they? Okay, so your friend say I am a quick one. Mama, Roger Mama to TBB on the Mamiso Fayakufu Ebekaino. Now, say Missikano. No, I think this is the way to go. A man for ni binime, but the fact of the matter, and say, Sankayenya Hunu Nyansa. Say yes, me support a political party we, but and go my way back on him. Moko America near other places no. Nkrofo bebre wo wa moto aba etia wo mo party. It happens. Yana yanim bie ya bepemene no. Kire se obi support baby kra no a. Yana nti emma even media men kra emma wo courage. Emma no kire se oh I believe in the policies of this political party because Yebeka say oh NPP ni anaso or NDC ni. Then when issues come, ohunu say the obesia akana afa. No. I mean we should move on. I didn't ya enye the fact me support to John Mahama, me support to NDC. Because I've seen the policies of Akufo-Addo. I've seen the policies of friend say John Mahama. I've seen the policies of MPP, the policies of NDC. I've stayed in this country for 40 years and over. Me ntrabro trader me nkonkoya hwe wo ti de ekoso okroma bia manitua and I can take decisions out of it anyway. So yama me so for Akufo e be bona baso but Roger Mama etwete BB and about 3 hours ago with former Chief Justice Sophia Akufo's picture attached to it was saying when I noticed we were running into an economic ditch. I made several calls for a genuine dialogue and national consensus on an economic program. The arrogance and intransigence of a president and incompetence of a finance minister and the economic management team have led us here. We could have forged a broad, non-partisan consensus on the IMF bailout and accompanying debt restructuring program. Alas, it seems too late now, unquote. Former President John Dramani Mahama. So yeah, issues no. Oh, thank you. Was it? Would you just say your friend is a was it one wakako fabanti fachichiroko that the officer would be out of fire anyway. So and we are going to talk about in the infrastructure.
But the issues be about for ex-president John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, so
one man can be an actual one yard.
Okay,
and you see, Mathieu ni post ya kind tweet ya kind. But then I ask myself a question. We have a man who is remaining inconsistent. We have a man who is standing more confused. Because
confused than who?
Oh, confused than himself. And then you see, we have people belonging to a party that have the courage to belong to that party because the when you have an ex-president who could look into the face of his party members and say that you 2020 elections. You have a current national chairman who says that elections now say so we went to court without having results. You have a same president who tells us say your friends say you will unanimous FC. You have a chief a judge, a Supreme Court judge who comes to tell us say we petition not any reasonable course of action. All these things comes together. Now you get him to tweet. The tweet any problem is it not the same man who collected brains in this country, took them to Senchi, omo kwari of Adampem, omo wie na ancha do New York, catch and so the IMF. And the decision from Senchi, was this something that he carried holistically to IMF? We had a finance minister at that time said that the same president.
And this finance minister and the president Omakwaji Dokno party ATTD. Eko to Bible so IMF that. Now who's work
you see, I say Uncle IMF. From day one, we have even recommended that the finance minister must be reshuffled. When members of parliament who came out clean to say finance minister must go. And we have been bold enough in our party to speak to our leader that the finance minister must go.
Businessman be my
businessman be me and if what can anka we hwe mu why season journalist now kwa hwe mu didi na ba say asuma si no ko hia
wa party for and can say we share business
bosremu kansam dey say bebre o
o party for no can say no ma bom say ma
bosremu kansam na journalist na tu ahweti kurom
Yam Kayo. Anyway, Asawaje Akwaba. Boko there. Good, official parcel. Your friend say, Minim say what ye so far a kufu tape what TV.
Kwabena ma memfo akonya so na menchia watifo na menchia ndisi 43 wa muti Accra FM Jumadi. Edikan no kre mati former Chief Justice yema me Sofia Kufu mati no. In fact at a point me hu ne mfonyini se okita placard ono so epikete wo ye finance ministry ho. Ansah na later me hu say o ma post video no na me gidi say ono because this is a woman aban we wo gidi ewo ni mu. In fact at a point that take class or some close relations or remote relations with the president. Enti me Kwabena me hu ye ne hu bo me say nye Photoshop ana say mame so for ya kufu ye former Chief Justice ono na edi muntie 3 fo asemo a odi Mugabe mu koto mu yi mami onie sa mami ya na COVID-19 trust fund ona na da no a sa sika special auditor ba atire ha wa ya mesma na gini mami no no nie sa mami a oya under article 71 holder wa retire on the salary a ono ne bondo kam kura no Kwabena ne bondo kam kura bo so me so a wanje kura nya ne 40,000 obeje wanye kuranya no 40,000 ono na ene wo se Ghana ayeden a ono so pikati bibua ye opposition aye brei na se nyamkopon ne nsenkyere ni dadi dane dane abri nyina Kwabena ye mfa nsembo manyame hey
wa mo nsem kwa kabelo
me hu dream Kwabena me hu dream
oh mo nsem
ma mo nsem kwa
kabelo go asem we ya asem Kwabena ebohu se ubehu en unim de ade edi kan kire ni obi anim se maami we wa akonya e de kọ omampani Akufo Addo ho ofa ne phone se ofre Nanado danko Akufo Addo a obenya Nanado ene na kasa. In fact se ye no krese ne busuani ni Nanado de a na je so owura kenofori ata so be ye ne busuani e bi kura ne nana bi ana ne nua bi ba enti it is possible so obetimi kura frɛ kenofori ata ofie ene na kasa se ade a wo pese wuye ya na mo a wutu Ghana fo ni nye ho ana se ade a emwa ye mrewafo ne kokorafo a ene ya ba ya homugiem enti nka be ya atwesan Kwabena de kire se aban we ya aban ya na so de na nado ntia futuo wabo ye mfita duku ne che no watim hwedachi wonya de opawie na Kwabena me wo video bi in the run up to the 2020 elections. I will just show you because of say any platform tina man send yama. I caution Ghanaians say I caution Ghanaians as a
Power FM.
I am a desa. In fact, it was on TV XYZ. Me ka tell Ghana for say
Power FM me fie.
Nana Akufo Addo minim no. Nanado e wo say bi so aba mi uhwe ni subane na ya. Me minim no. Obi a na 77 years still out da so ka bottoms.
Okay.
Bottoms one hu oba na ohun ne to na. Was he now say 77 years a dey kula battery.
Oh, but say ni wo yi nyame aye.
No nwanwa ka wo de jama mega shimoni ayimo enye na 77 wo low battery wo to ya so hu na say me dem wo high battery na so rosem ontia futuo se o mame so for Akufo aka akere wantie waka kire kenofori ata wantie na se ne opekete in the opener e kire say aban wey onye na ade so sympathize with the call na ye call say onye sensitive to applied na minia megashi ene de otia say oma fi omo sisi empam kenofori ata onko chena na me ka say uye Ghana ni na ene uye pensioner na wo ho akan ka kire o nananom ka kire o ma ka kire o busuafo se obi oye MPP MP na wo parliament bia ye ntu no mutie mi bio me se wo ye pensioner wo Ghana ha ene o pikete no tie mi ye ka kire o ma na wa wo omo no so omo so nka kire omo ma na omo di 18 years no na fra busuapani fa to omo nyina nim se wo mpeso aso ba bi a wote no se MP ni ye MPP ni a omuntin tesukoko no omuntu na.
No munfa MP Ben Emra.
No munfa man DC. Because Nyabutra megasi ukasa na obi ama okwan. Yetia. Ena ye nyina ya senza motion ko parliament. Opportunity ni nie bottleneck no goalkeeper. Yantua ba keke. Tuaba ye per majority to test. Ni a pumpkin of Oriata. What happened? Kwabena, what happened? Edu say ye ni papa we free wana Ghana ya sumunyu ye no. MPC o munipa no mo mpene e no mo walk out of parliament. And now my guess ya betina because o se de.
Sektekwe mo pamo no.
Sektekwe
mo pamo sektekwe
ba. Ebia no wani afi. Na botre o de obusa question ama mi ya no. Even though onye host I allow you. Wo ebia wo cheme Kwabena cheme bebre. Me nko kese. But in the last 60 years, Obien wa manage Ghana. Pensioners sika, kokurafo sika. Ode ni sa bom amomo pekete. Say me bi, ebi si Ghana ada.
In the last 60 years.
Oh, me see ebi si that. Tell me about just mention the regime.
In the last 60 years. Government Ben Wako IMF forms.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Meba.
Your conditions to IMF was to put taboo on workers.
Meba.
You are asking questions. I'm also asking you questions. I don't know kasa woba. Yet your condition I don't know.
Please. Amegashi. What was some question say? Why now was he on you debt restructuring what he has here?
Now
what Besia? Maybe so Tiasia are good. What Jatum so Tiasia? What Besia to an unsustainable level? Kikas and what Besia Pem? Woko he say, what did Besia Mam Kakra? I'm what Pem only fiscal space be the Beburu.
Now what time physical space?
What do you mean you are not? Me you are not adding to our
yes, me be a person now. Maybe what time now physical space? What time why you pamu mu fi abem 2016 now fiscal space? We kwame no nya hwi wo wo. Enti amfa kwame na mam na nkofrefre ne masem nu. Kwame no nya referee.
In fact maybe na man for a lot of complaints here no.
Sa na metia men se science so.
No. Me de umume o MPP ni ba fa buom ne ani di mo tie.
Asema mi bisa you answer question. Ask your question. What is your problem?
Kwabena answer na no. Kwabena 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Mejina eye miamanam eni akra FM manam ma pacho ma magashi. Ade a wo ye ne nyefe.
Pacho ma ho.
Hold on.
Pacho ma ho.
Atie for mi nua no le mo fanche.
Pacho ma ho.
Azabaje. Ubusa no. Utro asema no a. De ya ese wono so yi ano. Otro asema wa ese osu.
Me kura de me ntro hwe man metro.
So let's take it easy.
It is obusa me one question na me yi ano. O allow me na me lande.
Eti wo ko ba bia nya na me
hwe na kola. O na wo se ti obusa me say.
Wa man de kura be from a feature.
Unti ono say yeah time no. Aban in the last 60 years aban be so na acquire debt restructure. And I make a choice say aban na acquire debt restructure because yankwan could do that unsustainable levels no. And they debt to GDP 104. I was here cutting by 55%.
For how many years?
Oh, but see, I was here cutting
for how many years?
I am not under cross-examination. We are having a discussion.
No,
what you say? Wuna what two and a more dear course I'm which way. Some which way out there come, maybe see that. And now to flow to a single bond on the bond market. Obianto. What my Ghana gaining reputation say, ya mobra. What my Ghana gaining reputation say, ya kohifo, ya Bobie at the Chico Suya, any color will di, ya van Juma.
Ya Bobie Siaman Crawford, that's ya Bobie Siaman Crawford, ya Bobie Siaman FM station, some to FM stations. Me na ya Bosia
because Tio, get on few. Just 2 minutes.
6 o'clock and China. Just
1 minute. Ya could do such situation with him. If say Kenovoriate, our young Megashi minister. I could for nipa more than 100 about finance ministry from data bank. So, only civil servants in Yajuma.
Kwabena on my records.
Oh, please.
Man, my records. Kwabena okay. Some okay.
Then you work on it.
I think say now Kwabena obey the main topic na be problematic.
And then be problem.
No.
Which you dey not know as of today.
But who doesn't know say Kenoforiata dey new work as about finance ministry.
The financial clearance ben yes.
Please.
Financial clearance ben let our financial clearance because nobody can just recruit.
I don't think we can have a discussion like this. No. You are being disruptive. You are being disruptive.
So when my dear no person be can obi asori anu recruit to that financial clearance. Hey, now sana this for mu buy. Is that how you run the Ghana economy?
Because this kind of discussion. No, why?
Hello.
Why must you do this?
Hello.
Why must you also speak what is untrue?
Why
must you speak the lies?
Hello.
You are gaining a bad reputation. Because maybe I'm catch them say this MPP guy, this how he behaves.
Hello. Beba, Amega, if I want to say.
Kwabena, or say Kenoforiata kofa NDC and data bank for Edioma Begu Finance Ministry. Obia obey recruitment ubenya financial clearance. On share the letter that financial clearance buy a money the kofa data bank for Begu. On fan share because
so public. With what you are looking for evidence.
Yes, okay, because I grown the game is evidence. And Kwabena.
And I say Kwabena. So I say more can or have you provide the evidence. No, you can't speak for me. Mabusa Kwabena question.
Make sure source baby. Absolutely yes.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Absolutely yes.
Kwabena. No, he's making noise. He's not doing any. We are not having a discussion. He's making noise.
Hold on.
And you are making what?
You are making noise.
And you are making what? Yes.
Kwabena, my point is that President Taku and they are bedroom because of Kenoforiata. So on your civil servants in fact the late Kosibotre Kraba on the civil servants in the year Juma. Boundary do honorable civil servants no more year Juma. Honorable said Tekwe on the civil servants in the year Juma. What is this? What kind of discussion is this?
Yanko.
Obaye wakwakofa data bank workers na abaho, and this issue came up on the floor of parliament since 2018. Honorable Atuforce and now he was the first person to raise it. In recent times, today he's the minority leader. Already it is on his Facebook wall. Obian challenge and parliament is the house of records. I do oma to Ghana Revenue Authority payroll so you as commissioners of Ghana Revenue Authority. Menoka say you can let your producers call the minority leader now on phone.
Because in
fact, President Akufo-Addo 2019, Obia yesi yeni sika. Spending 67 million Ghana cedis, a whooping 67 million Ghana cedis on foreign travels alone. On Krataway 2017, check the amount.
So what do you want to say?
Point in the say Kwabena. Na nyese sika ni bi ni Ghana ho. In fact, even though COVID no na yare na ba ye nya de papa no, we benefited more than yare no kura ba sika ba on my way mo no. Ye fa hu nya bibia ka betimi de ye forever.
Okay.
Kwabena it said ye bia sabi wo for bia wu no ye popular. Even though we ye oya of ani ho biu. But ebia na of na bra bo pa obo enti nipa do no aye wie ya ye say ye check ka ni bibia Kwabena fa so be over 1 million cedis aba. Even though for awu but when you so for so
ade na no asi no ode asafo ade na no asi no Kwabena hwe oman ya ye wo mi o say parliament ye house of records enti obia no ye bibia utu mra na wa kire sie kwa utu mre no wo so se aban ebemia for obi adwuma mu a o ma de efe no financial clearance finance ministry ebema financial clearance no ne e de afa nipa ena wo kansam no so enka na tra na enko because ye bechi wagina ho wo kira na wo kira say asomasi we ye kofo mu free data bank ini e behwie o mu gu mu and these are the names enti obia betumi a check o see President Akufo-Addo nya benefit Kwabena ex-president John Dramani Mahama me office begina ha betwa nkontompo so mo kotena afie kura no ye nhwe mo da ye den kra tentam ka chase ye tumira ye be kire ba bia ye tumire no ye den kra ta ba ne travels nyina ne air ticket e wa ha which is show ne staffs are ye tu omoka e wa ha we are showing it. You see NDC for ni om nkontompo sam no mo ba om ha wani ti said ye obidi om sa show mo to a o mani ha we would want to Maybe we want to bring them into.
You are just trying to insult him.
Me problem. You see, with the interruption. But you right main topic. Kwabena dey back wa mesel say. Maybe na bia oniasi. So said about you for obia be hu obia position. No. Let's have a decorous discussion. I didn't come here to express some of these distractions.
Kwabena, Entino, what I'm saying is we are here to educate, to debate on the issues. Inti adianya na wo kan sem wa ekwa. Ni nyina because Kwabena ye ba fie hey. One thing that I have known is that when we put last week you can also confirm records but yes and
okay, so Omega.
So the evidence, the game is evidence.
Your figures about inflation, are the figures true or is not true?
Kwabena, that is what has been published and it's true.
Okay. Then our current situation about this DD, is it true or is not true?
Kwabena, it's true.
All right. So then as a nation we need to find a way fixing
Kwabena, me better na hey, me catch that will say the approach from day one was wrong, manka.
Yes.
And I admitted, say, me support to Sofa Yakufu 100% manka.
Yes.
Because if we have used a better approach, enka baby do ye enka yendu. And it is not because I speak for party, no kura wa hono yan kanchire ye ho.
Na no kura be na oba ha waka. Kwabena nya wo wanim no me ba Kwabena just this point. Nya wanim no ka say o refer ni say Dr. Bawumia said of the economic management team. Ne time and economy na say. Or say Mahama be head of economic management team. The time Jane is here. Mahama time and the mills. When they have the best inflation. Sing your legacy.
Mahama time and the mills. And I
let's go to our main. So and we are dealing with we are dealing with a infrastructural base. From whichever angle, 4 years against 6 years, 4 years against 6 years. I mean, we are friends. Let's enjoy ourselves anyway. 4 years against 6 years. Okay, how many years do you want? How many years do you want? Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Yes, I'll find Kwabena again.
So yeah, all right. At one point, so then let's deal with various issues. Minim where Amegashi want to pick it from. He's not here to debate you.
Speak for government.
So, but Amegashi now among for Busa. I'm for a Kasafa infrastructure. And I know contractor with me dim commerce onim bebia adwumabia koso. Fine. And yan seven yan obu oka I mean etisa where I send you a bika na akoye bibia ho. But the point is infrastructure achievement ye dim komo whether a education sector, whether a health sector. And I think these two areas are very, very important. Omaya itimi school are dying, Omaya itimi hospital. Any other thing you want to add? I know Ansah is in the capacity to respond same. But mami biye mi man for now.
Kwabena mi da si bebre na yebeko so afefidie so na ye de achia etiefo ene me party mu mpanifo a ene wie omagimre na omode hwe Kwabena die di kan infrastructure ehun komo ya ye pese yeti Kwabena infrastructure aban a waba aban mu na wahu se obi ahye bibi ase na opese otoa so na o complete na ye jai sa mediocre of comparison say we then na waya ebetumi amagana afa ne ntoma pefna na gina brane Kwabena enua echi nso sene ye be ya atemamufuo ebenya ho hare na enema bi wo ha ode ba ebetumi ama omonso omufa ahodie ehu atumi atowon enu nti no wo ya aban a wonhwe se wo si dan ko ana temamufuo komade wo enti wo blended the two no wahwe sene ye economy ni ebetumi agina ne nanso in 2016 13th October 2016 Ghana Web a report to say ex-president Mahama say on to me mfesika nche obi aboto And therefore, ene ye ba bemui, ye see, emofrabe to me the Omogana card, aji free loans, I want to me the school. So far, you're making sure say you several beneficiaries as much as possible. Your students using their Ghana card to access money to enable themselves on education. Ebe to me akoye. Enti sa waka sa won fesi kan show bi botomu a aban ba ye no or share direct benefiter. Parents be to me anya who be to me harry on. Enti he brought several interventions, several projects. Ebema timemufo anya direct access to certain monies that can repatriate back into their economy. And one of those flashy projects, as I'm not was free SHS. Free SHS came in when NDC rose up against it, fought every tooth and eye, say, Kwabena, and ne, I will for Ejitumu say, Nankesi can't come best spending, at the 3 year school fees now is off. Kwabena Yantin Sim, Yanyanu NDC for. Omo tauto ye free abemono ye the blocks buy ye blocks na ye de buy no Kwabena omse ye see ye blocks 50 ye see ye blocks say Kwabena Ghana Education Trust Fund on a letter dated 6 October 2022 signed by Isaac Asiedu Odoi, who is the PR officer, indicated that ye blocks are ye nuanu NDC for a complete year was 23 blocks. Okay. And that was even done in phases. We are 30% and amounts kakakra. We are when NDC left power and then we took over. NPP as a government has completed 30 e-blocks. In addition to what they have done, 38 to be specific. And I are completely. And then other ones. And then they initiated e-blocks of 101. Using Get Fund and a World Bank at the 17 of that and it is not as the figures NDC is proclaiming. The evidence are here. And what share you buy, you know, and nothing I make sure say government is continuous. Say government is continuous and then say we nya abanya or jinin who say o mine and he fan ye do a bit me before mine near the jina brane na Ghana etumia fan into my pay frana konenim. So when we came, all those projects they tout themselves about, majority of them was incomplete. Kwamna, a typical case in point. I said it last week, I'm repeating it. Omuja UGMC, Tontrowa. It was empty. UGMC was not, University of Ghana Medical Hospital was not complete. Mete last week said, Obisa wakwa wako jina UGMC, Echamfoni India, and now UGMC Symphony de Bremia. That was because now you see it as a complete project. One can't say he was showing you a picture then. And the evidence is there. UGMC phase 2. Phase 1 when you know it's been completed. Phase 2 is also completed. Enti obetumi asan kwa akotwa na odi aba betu Facebook na obia ahwe Kwabena Trust Hospital the bank hospital our cantonment almost bank hospital it was not operational. It was under the watch of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He brought that Trust Hospital into operation and it is actively operating. And it is a we see maybe now we jani tontrowa. Now we expect to say we Ghana for Ejapade. Ejapade Kwabena fasoni ho. Kwabena they said rich people don't just buy asset. Someone who rich or now or drive Bentley. Vino. Rich people will buy assets and allow that asset to work for them to be able to use income from that asset to buy the luxuries they want. Omo poor mentality no. Omo nyasika. Omo the top liability. Wakoto car no them no obey no pesca no the CSC car no. That is the kind of government NDC ran. Almost Jomosaka Bibia Omuye. Omuye nti no na mo na ya patapa ansem. Oh yani ya shewe ya si yani ya we some nebi kwamna bi macho no the bank hospital e wo ho omusi ya no omanwie. It was not operational and that is operational. UGMC omusi ya no omanwie 60% complete ya ba be complete amene eye adwuma phase 1 phase 2 is ongoing. Kwabena where your friends in Kumasi airport omo tache ne kakra Omuwi Kumasi airport and phase 2 phase 3 is ongoing. Say flight companies, flight airlines are signing on say on person omo landi wo Kumasi airport. No mo san take you off Kumasi airport. Kwabena ko Temali so weni go and see the Temali International Airport. Complete is now being launched for us to start full scale operation. Kwabena kusunyani omu close to down 2015 so mo refurbish. Kwabena NDC fu antumi anwe do mu di hu sika nyina toro ka poto. Ene Sunyani airport ene Miami to kwanko we doma I flew to Sunyani airport. Asia alaji sinari menini di nkomo na ni agye se na flight krade ni kwasi Sunyani. Kwabena ene Sunyani airport is in operation. Kwabena me fa won kwa akiri. Ko we your friend is saying so many ha university na wo ho no. NDC for the aso ball form wa penom to aso ne twene ye. Ya hwehwe aso nom the ball form no kra ye hu. Sami na go go and look at how beautiful it is. Seeing that university coming upstream. Sami ho university kwahwe dan ya yesisi aka ho to make the university a beauty to behold. Ho airport say no muja no. And the whole airport is active. Why airstrip and ya hu adwuma. Kwabena, these are the things Kwabena de mobo mareho. I have a document here Kwabena. Or see ya kon Irojet yanja we Kwabena. There is a cabinet memo ha. Sika ya pedi ja ho for Irojet project.
Makaza. Or see me say Irojet. He's referring to Mr. Menkasai.
Asafoji.
If you want to create your own question,
Asafoji. Okay, make Asaba and to the you who frame that mean me submission.
No, but
I am saying that because it recalls my memory.
Okay,
last
fine.
week na me ne honorable Jinapowa. And then we touched on that. Yeah. And you know, Kwabena, as at last week, the issue that came up and say Irojet ya njo musika biya. Kwabena Irojet project no cabinet memo ewa. How the money was raised and how the monies were apportioned to the various projects. Ombetu Sikano, Kwabena 8 years in government. Irojet project omo ntumi anwie. Na yetumi nya honorable Akando emma onya the dust to pick media men and go around Irojet projects to take pictures. When you couldn't complete in 8 years, when you have a government that has come and he's completing the project, and then you look at their list of projects and say, if you look at their list of projects, almost the Kwabena Hospital, anyway, you can say any Irojet project say a projects on my. I ask myself, when you meet money, you use money judiciously to complete projects. When we came into government, Kwabena, said dokono asiashe no na chesabin. Unam tema beauty to behold. You can see the tema motorway interchange. I'm sure Munomko first can buy and this can find that stock on. It's a death stock that is now levied against His Excellency President Anado Danko Akufo-Addo. You can see the project in Yanfang was a yes room. Ye ban yan can't wrong say your project ye kasa yenye. And the project no ho His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ofaso. And the Pokwasi interchange Kwabena. Ye buy your Pokwasi interchange sikana da ho bagaya. Na e threat here. And then you can see Pokwasi interchange going for 40 years. And Krofon Harry on. Now ye extension no cross MBM. Kwabena ye kwani ye jawon a 2 lane. And nanke say free where your friend is saying action motor. I di koko si Kumasi kra. Kwabena omo kono na 1 lane kra no muntu nwie yo. Etu kwakra na nkrofo bebre kofo aburi no mo de akọ ene ye wo 2 lane na akọkọ terminate wapega and go and look at the other extensions they are doing. These are the things we are talking about. Kwamina ko KJT market phase 2. Go and look at the state of work that is being done in KJT market phase 2. And na Kwatakrade market circle. Go and look at the work that is being done at Takrade market circle. PTC Takrade of interchange na Kwamina, you can see for the first time in the history of the northern region, Kwamina, we have a flyover in Temali. These are all things that has been done. Kwabena ye yenim se dokon ahye ase de na ben ene minim se Sino hydro projects yi enye kra ne kwame Adenta new site Pantine and P&T lands. Go and look at the work that is being done. The road networks in the various capital towns is compared to nothing.
Okay, so you are talking about, you have been talking about construction side, you know, we share a Niema Akoso, and maybe I'm in a man 2 years. Wait to educate me. So out of a Niema Mabubosunya 6 years in office. Then a Kufuad, which one?
And now education center, education services center. You were the STEM schools, 10 of them.
Okay.
10 Okwabu Musua ewo and the STEM schools ni nyina ye de ni nyina free SHS we no ho a and ne emofre ya omo school this time round omo nko last we ni nyina.
Okay, so STEM project is one of the Akufo-Addo achievement ordinance Ansah, right? Where
10 STEM schools is now complete. Start here e fan enkola
10 ni
all 10.
Okay.
All 10 Pokwasi interchange. Ye. Okay. Kasi nam so nansa wa kokumase.
Neba Pokwasi interchange here Akufo-Addo project or Shasi, right?
Kwabena. Here Shasi ye wie.
Okay.
In our government, unko kumase nansa. And as I say ukokumase offer plane.
So I just want to write. Don't worry.
I'm showing you.
Don't worry. So STEM.
Pokwasi interchange.
Neba STEM dear mo Shasi wie.
Kwabena absolutely.
Pokwasi interchange Akufo-Addo na Shasi anywhere wie.
Kwabena ye wie.
Okay. O Shasi time be.
Oh, Kwabena ya ba mu. I can get you the date. Me check it out. We know and Akufo into the NDC mu na mo Shasi.
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. So will be something that maybe say, "Eh, be na me di intro etiefo bebam." Mo na mo Shasi. Me see any Shasi.
That's right.
And we completed. Tema motorway, yani Shasi. We've completed. Yes, I phase 2 aka.
Okay. So Tema motorway at a point in time e won kasem sesiano. Also mobile na this for do amsa prepare jawo e dey awaso muslim, but you are saying some Shasi, which is
Kwabena tie me ye.
No, I'm confused.
Don't be confused. Stay where you are. I will take you out of your confusion.
Okay.
Tema motorway Pokwasi interchange. Ya buy na NDC for pesikato. Sika na omo peto ho no. Omo amfa start adwuma bia. Ya buy and you nim say government is a continuity. Enti ya ba be start Tema motorway in ya wie. Ye be start Pokwasi interchange in ya wie. Emra President Kufuor ko ope sika to ho e de my Irojet project. On be start di sika no troka. Omo ntumi anwie. That is the difference between MPP and NDC.
So good clarification. Enti project be pa na say Akufo-Addo say me buy no office you swam in 7th January 2017. Me compare sika we and I'm the project we awie. That is what I'm asking.
Kwabena.
And you mentioned
say na me catch you say I must tell mo kra no a Kwabena. De ye nimu nyina ne say. On mine no say wo ba mu a enwumu a ewo ho ayeye
no. So complete.
Well, absolutely. Whether you go and look for money, whether you don't go and look for money, we want to see evidence, empirical evidence. Watch rese o ya abanya ye di adwuma hye won sa obetumi awie. Enya abanya ye di adwuma hye ne sa na odidi sika no ho. Ontumi nwie.
Okay.
So that is the clear definition that I want to put across to you. Kwabena kwhwe nungwa station nungwa interchange ayeye. Kwabena, it's a beauty to be over for one and saying, you will see. Where your friend is saying, Junction Mall, interchange, yes. Kwabena, fly over now. Yeah, from East Legon. Now, a chemo abesi sprinter. Kwabena, and I make a choice. I'm showing you the work. I can give you the dates if that is what you want.
Fly over.
Yes, I'm telling you. Kwabena, yeah, ebefia bemu no ni ye start adwuma ye we will make sure we finish. And that is what I want to show you when it comes to infrastructure that you want us to debate and discuss about. And no way man make a show. So come now next one, I mean, so much started.
A crossroad pa me hu
ya. So I mean, almost started a crossroad and crossroad.
Every tafosa be see.
Kwabena a crossroad and crossroad work has begun.
No, I mean say omo ye pa ma ayefe.
Kwabena na make sure say whatever diabolic you want to play, whether you are playing diabolic, whether you are not playing diabolic, work is there, and then Kumasifo betumi afre achira.
Awagazi. Just a dra. And unim nanansa for MVP guys bi omo Kumaso omo Facebook. And rather omo twa swame. Head of the two Facebook say enti da bay don be ba swame no.
But so Kwabena Juma akoso. Then they are not living in Kumasi. They are using old pictures, so I'm not surprised.
Wait, or MPP ni ofri Asantuma po so patch oja de okay.
And I make us Kwabena no na me abebo me. O man timi afọ mo nsanke kan na me no mbebo.
So po acha.
PTC so ma hu PTC adwuma ekoso. Baby am bobo ye Kwabena deny it. All the projects deny it. Kwabena, and if you come to hospital projects, you buy in and make a say a lot of uncompleted hospital projects amujaye ekufu ade de nsa kan nyina Kwabena, we've done it minim kra where your friend is in chip compound ya ye bebre me Atiwa East alone.
You give us figures.
Kwabena, Atiwa East okwa Atiwa East okwa Mampong okwa Ankresu okwa area subri so oko JJT. All these chip compounds are complete and it's in operational.
Okay. But you don't know the figure.
Oh, Kwabena make a choice say, I am giving you in tandem of what is happening. Kwabena, and the biggest medical drone is working and delivering medications to people and saving lives. Okay. To people and saving lives. People that lives in hinterlands.
Pacho, sorry. Almost like General Hospital so completed.
Say. You started by starting here.
Okay, sorry.
The other by and catch and say we nim form.
Pacho, yes, we nim.
Yabubu, but ye besi.
Also, a mobu on besi.
Into your started. Kwabena Kombewu, because they are not getting rare time medications. And the drone, Juma. You did drone iba, one woman organizer now retain. And the catcher and say, and Crawford Muna drone your baby shop, you had your nude pictures. You see the illiteracy. It's a shame. Kwabena, and Miami to Quine, Echo Canada. Me free Canada abano. Me say me you so me home. Oh, Kwabena.
Like
Chamasem.
Also currently.
Kwabena, me call Canada me bano. Kwabena, me use me Ghana card. And I'm Sunday Befi. Me use passport. Made my passport to Quine with my visa. When I was returning from Canada, I used my Ghana card.
Even now you use Ghana card.
Kwabena, I was with your friends in Canada airport. Because you see, when they asked me of my ID, I presented my Ghana card, and then they gave me pass to fly. Made the Air France nearby. Everybody can check from the airport. You understand? These are visibles that we have done. These are works that are showing, and so far Ghana card no, yenya Ghanaians and Makumaku over 10,000. Kwabena, you need a visa that they have to imprint in your passport. So you need to show that visa. Who show that visa no? Then they will stamp in. When you are returning to Ghana, they don't stamp in your passport. So when you show your Ghana card, it gives you the pass to come. Because it's an ICAO certification.
But say you Ghana card mine. It's near Befi.
Oh, na make a choice. Kwabena, you are adding on. You are seeing things that is bringing enhancement. You are seeing things that is taking us into our fourth generation. The fourth industrial realm. So if you want to live in the archaic situations, then it is that a realm that you want to live and make comfortable in that area. And these and other things is what we want to bring to the mindset of Ghanaians. That if you need a government that has worked and is still working and has not stopped working, Honorable Jaka say 60 project is being suspended, which we asked him for evidence, he could not provide. You see, NDC aye bosremuka no more bomb Muslim and no more cancer because they think they will not get people to challenge them. Any time you rise up to their challenge, yes, we hear the do. Because here, mamu kwa mamu nchim faso and cancer mu amuni nyina so fanko and someone make it I am showing you. Kwabena, they will come and tell you, yeah, Atuabo gas plant. Yeah, we Kwabena, even when they tell you, yeah, the car power badge by the car power badge by no na ye desum. President Kufuor started with Bui Dam, and the Bui is adding on to power. Bui is thermal, a hydro, and yet thermal. And Tiamro cast someone say me in ano, ya catch them say moon to me so would so. Come na say no name me by here, and can make us a cranket you won't here because generators is not to and then we are enjoying stable power. Even in the face of crisis, power is still on. You see, this is the legacies and the leverages we are telling Ghanaians that MPP as a party has the strength to carry Ghana on for a longer time.
All right, okay, so quick comments here. Gentleman, be sending me a message. J.K. Mensah, or say, please, I'm in Canada now. And I think Gashi is not telling you the truth. Okay, but Prophet Prophet Dennis Host sent me a message which is here. Let me check if I can get it. Of course, no say or Canada. What they do is that they stamp in and out. It's not true. Maybe Canada
by
okay.
Kwabena next week me ba me the passport be ba be chiro.
Because I can next week me no be kwani asiaba. Kasa we don't more about so. Yes, we na okay ka. You know yourself. Enka ko me ko me mentra brochi da. Mo na mo ko brochi. Me nko ye. Okay, so we'll be asking for you, when did they start Airport Terminal 3 and when did they finish it? Okay.
Airport Terminal 3.
Then let me finish my test. Commander, this is not new. Every Ghanaian living abroad can return home with even travel certificate. Even when you have a travel certificate, you can use it now. Okay, so my man switch it to a year Minia Ansah, and I hope you give him the necessary said you'll see comporting one. Let's have a very nice discourse and enjoy banter. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy. Enjoy it. And Friday, let's enjoy ourselves.
Kwabena topic near MPP and DC. In terms of infrastructural achievement, na mainly background na one kasa wa set ground rules no ntia me de say obi abenya ne type nti onti bibia say na otro edikan mehwe NDC achievement no within the context of Professor Mills ne Mampani Dada John Dramani Mahama apenso but titru now focus more on a free bra President Mahama be president in 2012. Kwabena yentimi enye sa discussion we na yenyi sika ebedi obi ansem emfrim because Bible cracker say to whom much is given much is expected. Ti se okoma Kwabena obi ansa 5 cedis fa kodidwa na okoma menua megashi 10 cedis on fa kodidwa ye hwe se yenua megashi de edwa emu odu na emu hwam ebeba achen de Kwabena obi de beba. Kwabena, let me state, say, NDC Baba in 2009, yebeto eka 9.8 billion. 9.8 billion na omampani for eja na ode maye. Enti, ye ka say, enipa bebre ta eka, NDC for ja aka 120. So, what 9.8 ni free ma? The etro nyan say, together, Professor Mills, together with John Mahama, bisia ye bo ye nyina in Ghana cities, na 112 billion. Was I 120 na ye kan? The total debt of Ghana as at the time I free about me in 2016. I know yet 9.8 now. You better getting na account, which make any money the total debt of Ghana abla ni free akonyaso. To say yes separate Omampani Kufuor Kana Uja no as in the 9.8 now. Then Professor Mills John Mahama total debt no 112 no more de be kan 9.8 no my be 120. Minimum Kwabena Watimasia. Etosu bium say me can Mahama achievement. Me ya na me can say Mahama kwenye 4 years old. Technically 3 and some few months. Well, we were in court for almost 8 months. Mahama ba fufro na na ye ko Supreme Court. Technically ye nyina no were on 10 talks ye ready be see the court be kan ade. Ti for almost be 8-9 months running. Na ye ni asumdue ni focus e di bu man. enti who president Mama say e kan ho nsem bebre ne achievement ni bebra within the scope of just 3 years bi and na yes MPP for almost 7 years ni 8 years meto to one home bresa no Kwabena so what ase enti machre we mu awie no because of Amega Shianko, and I wanted to also deal with the total revenue in terms of tax, which is 109. As of 2020, now Kufuor 197. Yes, total tax revenue now Kufuor 197 billion Ghana cedis as of 2020. Debbie, we are in 2022. I've not updated this data. Meaning say I call up. Jamaica, Esla, Jamia 3 billion. As of 2020, now Kufuor will reach 12 billion. Petroleum revenue, Mahamanya 6.4 billion. As of 2020, now Kufuor will have 20 billion. Chese, total expenditure, Mahama 149 billion. As of 2020, now Kufuor will have 274 billion. Menoka say your total debt stock have 575 billion Ghana cedis. The last publication by Bank of Ghana. Almost ya no kran SOEs no ebesia o mabono enka ho o de sa na 49.1 billion na abeto dwa say omkoji free Bank of Ghana ho ebe kan wa you are almost 620 billion 620 billion Kwabena enti se wo se wo de wo fa no 575 billion no kra minus 49.11 years o makoje na o ti 120 free ma Minister President Kufuor added 455 billion. 455 billion. And you compare 8 years of Mahama with 112 billion. And 6 years of Kufuor with 455 billion. Me pesa man 40 years ye pa. Now my establishing way we no. Minya is o Kumasi a onim se ho na mefiri ana. Otu uko Kumasi a yanko he modern airport a ekoso Kwabena sa entro we me settle wa Accra FM 1 we beba ba ko ye Central Market ena ba ko so ye Kumasi International Airport enu nie ti document no Kwabena ye parliamentary memorandum submitted by the Honorable Finance Minister. It is dated 25th July 2018. Kwabena Akufuor ontimi nso sa daye no sa modern airport na ye Kumasi no oso current ne be pa ne brain no John Mahama nko na betimi anya sa vision we be da for Akufuor trima pie ebe blastility. Now documents no lie and where Parliament House of Record documents so Kwabena just share a background where baby am highlight na kan kire otifo.
Okay, all right, so page 2.
Yes,
background information.
Yes.
2.1.
Yes.
Okay, so it will be recorded that Cabinet and Parliament of Ghana granted approval in 2016 for the development of the Kumasi International Airport Phase 2 through the following.
Yes.
A buyer credit facility agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance, and Banco Santander.
Time look why establishing me phase saying 2. Phase 1 lady will be added to see a crown sana 2016 ba.
Yes.
Was where your document submitted by Honorable Kenoforiata. Shedete no about we are the coy.
25th July 2018.
Abai na no power.
Mabino.
Abai Kufuor about 2018 and they took this document to Parliament and telling Parliament say the background to Kumasi Airport Phase 2 no President Mahama say almost 30 say omuba be Kumasi Airport Phase 2 enti Amegashi for the records enko dina ba bia enko wia project da Akufuor ontimi nso sa da ye no enya vision say o resist Kumasi International Airport no me see e for the 3 man tibe blast and documents no lie unnim enchen Kenoforiata one now tears on them financial clearance enti untimi gadget the Kenoforiata na dia to say your mama na ye Kumasi Airport Phase 2 and you were communicator sit here and say here for Akufuor it can happen ebiem Kwabena we so ye Central Market also mudi tum se keje tia de ye ne no mo pese o mo yakasa himfie ba o magya ye no kan se o pese o mo ka se Akufuor do aban ne be ye Central Market redevelopment and so nye no kre and ye settle ni nyina wa ha Where so Parliament document. In the third session of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, report of the Finance Committee on the request for waiver of import duties, import NHIL, get fund levy, blah blah blah, and I know so I'm call Parliament. Kwabena, say read the background of Sir Facility for. Baby, I'm highlighting the yellow no.
Okay, all right. Okay, so page 2 of 7. So, point 2, background. The government of the Republic of Ghana, acting through the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, signed an EPC contract with Contractor Engineering Limited, Brazil, in 2014 to undertake the redevelopment and modernization of Kumasi Central Market and KJT infrastructure project in 3 phases. In 3 phases. The project commenced in 2014 and was divided into 3 phases due to the following 3 reasons. So, the first reason is to maintain business continuity and reduce the impact that the construction would have in the business community. 2, to reduce the financial burden.
Okay. Was he how many phases?
3.
Central Market.
Yeah.
Central Market Redevelopment.
Yeah.
That project name no so what will be Central Market Redevelopment and Sanya Bakejitia. And a contractors no assessment no see there be. See a big bubu Central Market impact no e be affect business because omo dozo chen omo no mo kejetia. Enti the be say ye di kan emu kejetia with a lesser population no. Na yen creating over 10,000 stores e ma omo Kwabena. Said the be ya then we will move the rest of the people at the Central Market near the Maba completed. Then we can then go and demolish the Central Market area. Now, redevelopment into Abana the call Parliament for waiver no. Or say 2018 and 2016 and Mahama a year home share. No mudi to Muzomba. How many phases? 3 phases. Antikejetia, Ansah Central Market, Ansah ancillary works and also sono Yabe or Kwabena said they make a what you say. And to me say some projects where we say across Ashanti region. I could afford ni mo Martin. So my establishing on my Ansah. Airport phase 1, phase 2 oni mo she. Aya kejetia oni mo she. Central Market Redevelopment onimoshe documents no lie. I'm a guy she now the setting a standard waha. Enuni. Afe biem. Also, e-blocks to also say 23. Document in a way. Okay, say obi assigned obi wo hwa education. You see Santron munyai. Owura na
also document.
Anti on famla Entron Munya Kwabena. Oh, the mammy. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't me.
So, me pacho, as I was
okay.
I'm a gashi to me provide a Ghana Education Trust Fund.
Signed by who?
Me pacho, it was signed 6th October 2022. Okay.
But what Kwabena me time ninti. What no problem.
Unim. Yanyana obiahu se ono so the
document about okay.
Okay, signed by Isaac Esiedu Ode, PR officer
for
Education Ministry.
The Education Minister
get fund.
For get fund. Get fund is now. Get fund in your authority.
Why are you?
Oh, nyabo stress.
Figures are giving you documentation.
No, why you Kwabena? Dia mebe nyina ne say. Unti, dia mebe nyina ne say. Oh no, no problem. You stated the number, and that's all I needed. Kwabena, dia make nyina ne say. Time na me dey adwuma.
Don't worry.
The minister, unti, the Minister for Education. Eye Owura Matthew Opoku Prempe on 7th March 2017 Kwabena and this is published by Graphic Online. Or say NDC built only 46 community day schools. Or say Oba and the
evidence is here.
Oh, mommy, I'm a guy.
Let's have a civil.
The project was executed under the Education Ministry.
Oh, Jai.
The project was executed under the Education Ministry. Yeah. So when it comes to an authority on the e-blocks, it cannot be get fund, which is a subsidiary under the Education Ministry.
Okay, so say Siano, within MPP, no, they are fighting themselves.
They are even fighting on the numbers. This is the publication, Kwabena. Publication.
A letter with authority
Stop this. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this.
He allowed you. Bro, don't do
what? So are you now telling me, say, graphic online and you're credible view? Graphic online and you're credible view. Baby, and my contact to be free, baby. And when you're Kwabena, NDC built only 46 Dr. Matthew Boku Pempedina or Mama date. You have a phone, you can check. And you're non kwa or can 46 in the after you almost buy. Say Mahama administration completed 46 e-blocks, not 29. Mesama afofro. Even within the MPP na kasa ebi mo ka 29, ebi ka 46, Amegasi ka 23. Figures in the end of
the document is here.
This document is not signed by the ministry. No. It's not signed by the ministry. No. Oh, dear TMA. No. Afa biem Kwabena eba health obe claim University of Ghana Medical Center. Amanfo ni nwase Kwabena. Amanfo mferiade Kwabena. Among for Boni Wodria, University of Ghana Medical Center, Mumunim Homachi. Okay, say, near completed that do. Now, omu percent omu project in Wonimunam. COVID by no person baby. And now, Kaiser or Rajman Manu Babon Tebeka say, facilities in him. And I joy for a chair. Acquire documentary man who say facilities were na ventilators who call crown there was more than the network will boom 37.
Later, no, because say generator.
No, I'm saying generator near Juma. So you see. I don't know why. You see, you're afraid to do robotic parroting of falsehood. The fact that we have political party in it, or party champions of lies and it also make you. You have a reputation, a personal reputation to protect. To make Kwabena. Usually, when I get information, I do my own private checks before my babon tiade. University of Ghana Medical Center. John Mahama Sanwo Juma. Missy Mumunti so sad. I know. A Kufuado Swani Tibe Pai. Great hospital, Kwabena. And also so Tamale teaching hospital expansion. And also so regional hospital. Tamale Diano ya expanded 800 bed. University of Ghana 612 bed. Regional hospital 160 bed. Bank of Ghana hospital rich diam 420 bed. Afari military hospital 500 bed. Sewa 250 bed. In fact,
so you see where irreject but what Bobie and this shas here with their hands and they finished it. Did right?
Complete? The question is
that is what we are talking about. That is what I'm asking. Right? Okay. So these are because Obo
and you see
so we are a part of
7 hospital so let me give you a background now me clarify issues now or say I'm saying nsem bia na o party kan o betena radio so anu abeka bi me wo ya megu animu ase enye obi ana so nya please
no he have said
and I'm coming to tell you why it is owned by NDC so nya abotre me ma ho jise me de onu mi si ade anu anya ja Kwabena Bobie Ansah TMA power Eurojet ye nyina ye gitum say omampani kofo ani so ade hu so daye no ti say NDC mpo wani mo nyam bi onu obi beta eye John Ajekum kofo former president minim da Nanado koso affidavit ni di ni be Nanado danko akufo ado Ajekum kofo Kwabena da be Nanado say name e be Ajekum kofo you see yes you can't you be I can do something before you die. Can Nanado achievement what the other president Ajekum kofo ayo da wie Olumai and obi waye bone Kwabena Olumai ye bone wa we ye kofo ni din dia betra abe ya manyo sem abegu yo mamen kama sem Messi Nanado ni say name nya Ajekum kofo yes Nanado achievement you are sitting here mentioning Ajekum kofo ka dia Nanado ayo ni din oba omo na besia Nanado ba o ka kire Ghana for say me ba beto adoma ma adwuma so anke to aba man. You are sitting here say ena we so ba beto adwuma so nti wo do sa akọ bi president wo dia ade na man for say mo manifesto say mo nto aba ma me na de ma me ye na me beto aso kam wa ba mu aba wo bo ye so shameless o ka wo say na mo di sika no ya di sika since 2017 na mo ntimi nti obi then this government is very useless. See ya di aba sika public fund and na mo ntimi nti obi then your government must be very very useless. Very useless. Masa, Kwabena, let me address the Eurojet issue. Okay. Eurojet omampani kufuo ne so ho dai so ye be share credit bia ye ne owura Jonaji kufuo ene 1 2 ense say o ye ya no de sika eba amia finance project amaso because of the Arab Spring undisputed enunti in 2012 owura atofo sin frɛ no dimu tintiman ene pass a new loan Kwabena TMA omampani mahama ekoye sika ye ense ye for fraud with backless Absa consortium was UK draw down in your through Bank of Ghana. Now, Kwabena say obedi me adinti. Ada ye approve say sika for 7 hospitals no. Kwabena Ghana web publish here. Na me pese o kan kakra bi mu otifuti. Me tu mra me nkyerese me tu mra mama obi.
Okay, so Parliament approves loans for 7 new district hospitals.
Date ben
16th August 2012.
Now one president.
So John Mahama.
Exactly.
Parliament has approved separate loan facilities of $162 million, right?
Yes. We are messing around. Eurojet for our website as CEO no confirm.
For the construction of 7 new district hospitals. The loan agreement between the government, Barclays Bank, and Her Britannic Majesty's Secretary of State will finance the design, construction and finishing of the purpose hospitals. Part of the loan facility will be used to provide an integrated IT systems which will be provided by NMS Infrastructure Limited. The project, when completed, will improve access to hospital services for rural dwellers. Several MPs have welcomed the move. MP for Inshiasu, Dr. Richard Anane, says the Ministry of Health must ensure a commensurate number of workforce for the facilities that will be put up. The structures alone cannot and will not be able to do what we are hoping will be gotten. So it goes
on and on. Maybe you reject the now.
So what are your analysis?
Okay, to me, person will be back as a Ghana web for a propaganda. Okay, into maybe Euroject then quickly I'll deal with the rest.
Yeah.
Into Kwabena maybe Euroject the and also being hospitals no crama mobile view Kwabena na je unsem. Unim say ura comfort not here on eye care center na a war right just after the security post no. Which is one of the best in Ghana no.
Yeah.
Professor Mills na ye. Professor Mills time. That eye care center now who on. Yes. Prof time. Unim say na do by MP 12 years. No a cabinet minister for 7 years. Nani krom chebi na nsuo ni ho. John Mahama ya amega shiti ya ohro ne sa no on a 5-town water project. Na chebi kan ho ene mo potable water. 5-town, and in fact the biggest water project John Mahama Pong water project.
Yeah.
Unim the amount of water produced a day. 40 million gallons per day. 40 million gallons per day. And on the back cancel sa ko 4 gallon yellow. Tell me some gas in term a single water project ni scope this way on tell me if you did pass 700,000 or Ghana okay in fact okay the total water projects are yeah access to water ni pass 7 million na benefit here under NDC me say me time unti me same ye total hospital project under health no ye are this 6,000 new beds 6,000 new beds 6,000 new beds. I'm gas in Treme. I'm record the baby.
300.
Wait, 6,000. 6,000. For time, maybe bobo. Under security in 2012, you buy no numerical strength 23,204. 2014, Mahama shoot to 32,117. And a year UN for more police to population ratio no yemiti almost standard which was 1 to 500. Now me content them kakra because of time. Now cars are not omo ye aye buy e beto edema wo mo aye 1,424 emu 1,089 and na e tundra na that time ye de buy Mahama time ye de buy your friend high performance vehicles said be ya armed robbers nam kwa so as aka jawum be 7-8 cylinders obesan wo obechew. In fact fire tenders 2012 na Ghana ha nyina ye 80 ye to 206 and the count okay say Professor Mills time Bobie wo de na odi mu akotene pa and nya fire tenders ana atwede wo so atimi eye na ekosoro na udumja no kwa na so okay omo ba ebu so omo se no mo de aka ho police send dey no maya mo Kwabena Bobie Ansah me say come anima me de ma no ba be si no in terms of infrastructure Kwabena me mount numbers
yeah.
kg in terms of blocks alone kg you see 1,347 1,347 kg blocks. Over basic schools at say 3-unit classroom block, 6-unit classroom block. Kwabena, between 2010 and 2016, yesterday 2,939 and you complete 2,031. Kwabena team here ye pa figures we hu hia megasi enko omotra kan so no challenge me. JSS blocks. Kwabena JSS blocks, you see 1,129 completed. JSS blocks, you see 1,129 completed. Now, SHS blocks, you see 1,000 and you 180 dormitories. 1,000 SHS blocks, 180 dormitories. Community day schools, they say we figure that. So I wouldn't waste my time. Universities, University of Health and Allied Sciences, when is here? There what bonono, when is here? There also many and when is here?
Say so many almost one.
But say we are see you. Unti me bati.
They never built so many.
Kwabena Bobie. Me say mabusa question who for do share boss oba oba de mahama start here.
Oso oba ba be ye ne dia.
Besia oboye no. Besia ono abo no o de aye de. Account for the money you are borrow.
Okoji sika na wudi a.
You see meba. Although not here catch chip no catch chip compounds. Kwabena, you see 1,600 chip compounds. 1,600 chip. Or representative minister be please. Oh, 1,600 chip compounds. What you say? 22 polyclinics. And a Professor Mensu see 10 before he died. Or the Kanwa 32 polyclinics. District hospitals Makumaku 14. Regional hospitals, yena ye nitua nyafe na mebetina institutional hospital, Bank of Ghana, University of Ghana Medical Center. Kwabena medemanu si kra medemanu si kra. Kwabena housing, Saglemi 1,504. Yeni certain royalties PPP project and your friend Nyamidua estate 204,000 units. Keta Sea Defense Wall project, Kwabena housing unit na eka ho no 836. Kwabena police for edan ya na
say ye na family wa
agba omiako commission ye no 504 ye na start ye ba omiani mu hwe. Kwabena medemanu si on railway medemanu si on mawie sa kwadwo krom secondary takrade de 175 kilometers no eno John Mahama nsano adwuma tatema pakadan project na omo ka no eno so ye John Mahama nsano adwuma 94 kilometers. $398 million loan near G. Me person challenge me na me no source of funding for that project. Kwabena aviation terminal 3. Kwabena Kumasi airport, Tamale airport. I wanted to deal with it. Tamale muni mo hwe. On chere time mo approve loan.
All right.
The only year make credit you mo Sunyan.
Yeah.
Sunyan die amega si unyan right. But Tamale Kumasi airport.
Okay, so this is how we do politics. When you see say and you rightly say so back to Amegashi so that baby or person clear or betting a clear quick.
Say was now the truth of the matter is when you look at and someone miniasa for Jebo Bosso and the claims he lays allegations to. So Oko Jessica at the best odi beye juma. Na wa nye juma noa. You don't expect that when the work is completed, you lay allegations to it. Say mena me ye, ina mena maye, ina mena maye. Because we were here when we saw NDC under several locations or abandoning projects not abandoned for starting. Okay. We were here when we saw them took money into projects that were irrelevant. Uncle Fanfas will be our armor. And you know, I am a nigger saw boss meaning and near my office some two sick woman went to me am a boss. But Kwabena, dear any woman in the say. And you ma or kaye na o show 14 no. Nyuma omodi omonsake kaye ejanes yes. I know bonne boso efre say yen ya start obi dwen ho obi ntumi nye and obi dwen ho a ni tiri be pai de na ni tiri mpae no na nko start ye no na yeso nya hu ni su ahudi hu say obi wie
we left power.
Oh mini awoka say no wa men kasa yo. So you were Juma Trokan, Ghana for the
so Amega, the point is okay, Nanado achievement and I say wabe complete your mama.
Kwabena.
That's what I want to know.
That is what you are asserting.
Okay.
Say a woo any swadi hunu anadi woo no.
Okay.
Kwabena, say abayin bi bana make a choice say.
Na so be be no
Kwabena, Ghana enye party diawo.
Okay.
Yes, that mediocre of an argument and mediocre of comparison. Ghana enye party dia. Ghana yetimamufuo eni ya chichiro omane dia mom. Send ye be yatimamufuo ebenya ho hare. Enti Ghana ya hawa ye woni nyina ne say party bia kwahye ba bi say me bad ye mani no akwaji sika no abaye no turka oja wono mo a aban bi ba na ode ne saka obi ti ba bi o se ye dia. If you do that, how do you see development? Enka Kwame Nkrumah ne mo start ye nyina se to aso a enka Ghana ki oba bi away. So that kind of mediocre of an argument. Some na me ko start ye e na me na maba ba wie e na wo no maba ba wie ntinya wo dia wo dwene wo ntumi nwia. Say ye ba na ye de ye nsa kokeka ene ma ni bi. E na ye ntumi anwie de wo ho no a enka Ghana nki ye gina ye ABC. Enka kwan bebre wo ho no mo a emna ye nua mu twa so mu gya no bese na wo fa so anka nan kasafo gye entumi nhye atade amfa mba ha no ekie gya saa kwan no bese no a amfa kota anu so no a enka na asafo gye ko nhye atade ma ama na atade antifita ene wanam kota so sen no de aba emro mu twitwa kwan no mu gya na bese ko mu grade o mu gya na bese no na man nkrofo kata na mo kɔ hospital no se saa kwa no sie gya ne saa nkene minia
akum student so
minia
me kai was able to twe kwa no mo penso ya
so minia
say yegusu aye
so amega you bet me am the figure say okay, so with rules this is what we have done and all that.
Kwabena me facts no hunting. Let me get it for you. I have it right here.
No problem.
Maybe I made a buy. I think I'll be looking for it.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Kwabena, you see, Auntie, what we should understand. And it's a Kwabena ye buy a quite bebre or honor Kwabena. Where your friends say Eastern Corridor rules. Yenya ex-president Mahama ejina parliament on Sona several times. There be a Eastern Corridor rules, and then you can testify to the nature of rules.
How many kilometers?
Kwabena, and I make a choice. I will get you there. But the evidence are there. Kwabena, most interchanges that we have done. The omokos kikaya omo to me Kwabena, omokoye Circle Dubai interchange. Amokofa o Sofia free Nigeria ebe gina so betwitwa picture so says ka twitwiri die e de man ko Nigeria no. Kwabena, the money they spent on Circle Dubai interchange could do 4 of same interchanges. 4 of same interchanges. And to Kwabena, for me, my joy is that enne ye tena ni ye di Ghana nkomo a ye di Ghana nkomo se ye nya omampani a even though he has to his own project, he has project that he has supervised the completion and is currently active and working.
I'm not against the fact, say, Ebia, you mentioned STEM, which I know Ekufado vision. Yes, went to be mentioned.
Yeah, was a for and a letter from.
Can I finish? Went to be Bobie, but my question now, like say, oh. Nanado project is 6 years or shall say we
Kwabena, anything I make a say.
No, I agree.
What kind of argument now? Who lay basis to?
I agree. The Okano. What I'm coming to say. So going forward, say no more campaign for 2024. Are you going to tell the people say more the projects in Kwana movie, which is good,
So what is your thinking?
It's good.
I'm surprised. What is your thinking? Your thinking was that Ghana for Ayashe project amom na bebo no. Ye ba ye major project nto ho. Na de ye betumi awie no. Ye nya nto se ye kose bi before frase. Is that the kind of Ghana you want to build?
Okay.
Because I'm surprised. If you get John Mahama who want to leave abandoned projects and go and start projects you not finish. and we want to go in that repetitive circles. And you see and do baby.
So which is not Keta Port no then can come of vision.
Kwabena, evidence of what we have done is what I'm telling you. You were John Mahama before Kraja projects when he came, he didn't complete. Okay. You were John Mahama or no set Kufodi in project tatua or then a drawing satu or person yanua or see or Kwaji Sikaba 2012. No says he cannot Kwajiba and crowd went to me a new project. No?
Okay, so which means Keta Port in the next government after MPP should continue.
Which of course we are the next government who will continue.
Sharp. Just a minute. Just 1 minute.
Asema yene yenu mega shi kan wonti ase mama san situation yi. John Mama ne Mirth buying. Ombe bo ombo besi 112. Eno ho accounting ena Kwabena yi.
Were we supposed to come and debate on loans that we have taken? If that was the issue, we would have done prepared on those aspects.
They came from
those things.
No, it was not part, but those
projects they left uncompleted that we discussed.
No problem. But Muka said one of the reasons the two Mahamani say wa Bobie Siadodo. Emma Dr. Baumiaka says he can hire Mobisia. Yes, Anna, yes, sir. Intimate say so many Mahama attempts to Bobie Sia. The Odyssey can I am so I was here when you she said, "Mama, I'm a
Sophia Alcofan by so years come on.
Into what can I'm comedy. Me 1 minute per me here. And he said, Mama, enemies together 8 years.
Friday,
any family nunfian watching. Ebo besi 100. Kwabena any pa I'm a guy who man come asem. Magnesa. Ezi Kwabena 8 enfian watching. Kwabena onya okonkonso. Kwabena nipa watching. Besi 112. And no man kwan machiro bebrebe.
And then you man actually bebrebe out me
here. Akufuado abo besia 455 billion account here. What's more the Twa Mahama project so? They say Mahama ya master. So say Mahama na ya master.
You see that becomes a mediocre argument. That becomes shallow argument. Shallow argument. If you leave projects unattended and Ghana retrogress here. If you see government continuing projects, it can go to public debt.
Wouldn't say Tamanita change, a grant from JICA. Wouldn't say Tamanita, wouldn't say
we left them several projects. We left them several projects. I'm not president. Now top project.
All right. So okay. All right. So the point is, I'm coming live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. It's unfortunate to send me time. It's unfortunate my time. No, after I'm for sending me messages. But you see, Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Okase mu dompemu ebu. Ghana ni bia wo je eye bobie dibia no tie me ye ma dompemu mbu ne mfa nko baabi mesrew chiro number we to okra Ansah na me refi 020 068 5386 meboa 020 068 5386 na what you no to a chiro 059 3632 446 059 3632 446. Omo Awosha Brantier bus stop. You're from Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Me pewoma sem papa. If soma bing Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Mesrel udompe mu abua yenko womo siesio ama ho to papa. Floral tissues. Was say the floral disposable handkerchiefs aba. Facial towels, toilet rolls, multi-purpose towels and napkins you know the biaba. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Say Top Choco where ni bia no ya ho. CD Herbal Center so yedomase pa. Courageous you joining me in the studio. Kwabena oh, but it's so sad. Anyway, so Asanteman Poachamade Assemblyman is with me here in the studio. Kwabena Akwaba.
Mejusunya Kwabena.
Boko there.
Oba dia dum.
Yamiado Boko. And then I can say yeah community and I think me produce and almost say me movement. Because one project in Asante Mampong. Sure. Then Yankebe dim come about Asante Mampong in general terms. Because at this time, community discussions. We talk about what is going on in our communities. Mamprobi school be a omajayasi omunyusu. And I want to show you the Mamprobi one before we come to the other issues. Quick one. So young come Mamprobi. Mamprobi Ablekuma Central. School near the Dineway. Minim so who okay, so let me school Dineway. Yeah. Kwame, me producer almost see of how long
from 2012 2013.
I almost see that.
Yeah, no see.
Yeah, Dineway.
They said
and as we speak, school no use.
School no use.
Omo use building.
The omo use building.
And a building is was
yes, and is yours, sir.
Na say say you.
Aye. Oko free radio good now come and probia. Won senifa salvation. Honum overcall GSS war brand war.
Okay, so mucha old buildings no fry.
Yes,
old buildings no kra yabu.
Krebu. Meanwhile they almost see esi ona.
Eye mono no.
Mono na e wan won there no. Omo man kla nkom.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, okay, I feel na mono na be okay. Okay, in the 2012 2013. And almost see project no.
The mentality Okovana po yes. Omo mu nse na ye ko wia ne papa.
Yeah.
Papa ni wia. Jo yi free ho no mu no. Gini ya nse nka omo aye wie no. Papa ni na be mu vu. E da ko. Since omo si ye no. Nka ni nkom.
Anyway, these are some of the issues. Yeah, I don't know. A very sad situation though.
Kwabena, mamini kan mama tiefo ajo. Ghana ma ajo na mema Asanteman so ajo titiri Asanteman po. Kwabena video we aya na aya asefem. Say you be see dan yesi from 2013 up to date. Na yen kodan. Bu say we say die enti na dan ni so na sikufo. Enye dey enko dan ni. Enko tremu nsua de. Na emum edan ni si ho no. Eche te bi busa mpani for education service for no. Ni ebusa say die enti na edan ni so e bia si wo say bia yesi wo na e bia enwie ye say nipa be.
Okay, so every Emmanuel eni no asend was say we e millennium schools no msisi ye no. We aka ho. Project we aka ho.
So now what is the basis at school dan ni so no nipa nko? Is there any reason to that?
Mona mo ye ho adwuma. So explanation be money school no kasai almost say money school no kasai.
Ye reporter call on school ni kasai almost munim reason bia banning mom enkwani nkom.
Omuni reason.
Omuni reason.
But Hono is under education service. What busa education service?
Yes, you try contact over and go through. Yeah.
Then, but reporter and me am picking a feed from a school no one interview headmaster no.
I'm gonna say, they are new. Hence, need much information about it.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Let's Ghana Education Service. Say as a matter of urgency. As so much money correct. Na adikudu bi a si hu kwan say enkrane betimi use such a facility no. Omumpa hu asem ni because sika aban sika na ye si wo no. Ndi say German asi wa man no so aba besen na ko se wi a ya sa ko pesi ka foforo ni asa de ko bo hu bra.
But I think say Kwabena Roger say I think say Ghana for a too timid. Unim say and Rasan and San say now follow me. Islamic school no omo ka bo obi wo school anymore. Ye ma police for ko bo omo. Unim say 1 year ni. Obia omo enye speed ramp no. Your headmaster no headmaster they say on kasa as wo ye papa.
One kasa say o kasa
I don't know
obi betwe abasi ni so abo no anase obi be ana adwuma be free nins
I don't know
but say me kasa see original minister ko e ko share bo say ni mu animu ye speed ramps ni ade no be kan wo adwuma adi afi aba original minister wo to anamon ana wa free highway engineer abusan say adwuma na o kasa obeye no because school for omutwam abere bia day in day out. And even is it any signpost to be on my actually say even your school na ye driver ni
nothing ora dan pare de ye ahoma na koto kwam but on e dey no no betumi aye say bepe me omo nya speed ramp no
ti come na kromo anom no say enkrofo bi ho aye ti omo ka ni mu adwuma e dey ache omo say omo ye no nya hu adwuma no omo ye because say asemasi now highway engineer regional minister abaho aba be shebo say that say and say mbre say say yes speed ramps and say ebe see further occurrences that's still that's so ye nya bibia it shows you the kind of people or the country you are living in they be make say krum hanum there is a leadership paralysis penidie o krum hanum no etochima
Ajiegu.
No. I touch him because say Penimua na oda region no one Makavia said that say and I say speed ramps ha na be sine na even crazy ya kra no me musa say regional minister and I say education minister kra no wasa ko school ho biem kra de na ni akwa akohwe de ekoso ho ana I think say the people the leaders of this country and I say mo e di tumi a show mo nsa wo kruma no they must be up and doing. Because some
probi issue I don't know when they are going to solve it. Assemblyman, I don't know when they are going to solve it.
Now, what many assemblyman or
trust will get in touch with. I will say for all of a sudden will be a becasman who's through. Minima de Cruntia say a abino no musro no. Say a wine no musro no. I don't get it. Minim also are experiencing the same thing.
You see, individual differences. Me who the entire and what say a bit is assemblyman. A man for Nyajidie,
which you are one.
I'm one. In Yajidio, you muni cosa lie. A 2 abama said, G. Co Nicosia and not the Obi and Conecoca. Na normally in the community, I man Bassan, so we call you or Quaco, Yaman or some assembly. Yes, we him say. Assembly member adwuma enya amanyo sem ne ye ne ho no non partisan nti so ko do assembly ho na fi se bia wo party A party B nti wa ban na wo so nti ne ma bi wo no se ko chema kra na se wo nka onya o mare na wo ha no enya ayi wa manyoko no oye o man ne nipa na wo serve wo mo no na wo to wo ha wo mo because aba wo to ye ma wo no enya NDC fo nko na se enya MPP fo nko na ye de to aba ma wo ye nyina ne kabom ne to aba ma se ko into your corner say who school dance you say o kwan enye o light enye na say o de o say abana me soft spot no me koka e be gu abana hu finti me nka de ya konfo ni sikro baba etimbi
because way I don't know minim the MP ne ebe ya fa ho and I don't know brother Dennis so say so kasa o mu be gwa no So now Mamprobi Salvation Army School under radar. Menya sure say bibi potting or at least headmaster name from combat me busa. Ghana Education Service say oh there ba some na AC as to say or mobile be yan adwuma na say omunyo because say baby ankola nte no hwe video ni ya ebu agu from crowd
ena dan mu no sisi ho
ena dan mu no sisi ho Omo atantare um.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And say animanimu ya mpanifo a omo hwe say municipal, say metropolitan, say district education officer on say animanimu ya enuru du adam say ofi de kase esu de. Nipa dodo na etie ntina.
Menya sure some befi. As to why I don't know. But meaning
come on say we have to be information be free ba no. And the kind of seriousness you fan. Don't forget say Accra FM here of the citizen show. Show a quite cheap and nipa 3 nti and na abepi wani media me sure say nuru juada no na ehun asem
because it doesn't make sense to me.
No at all.
It doesn't make sense. Almost yes when I say all this while untimi nye bibia emfamfa. I mean anyway, let's close this chapter and we are ready to move on. Nanke see a year at Semade Juma Kakra. And unfortunately say bet me defer to Monday so that we can work on it, we can have more,
because you know idea hard and can uri command and we video no kakra bi ma tie fo hwe ya
okay
na nkomu hwe because menya assembly ma yentua meka sitting allowance kura me committee to be din se me sabeka but enam pepa a me wo ma me bro no ne me manfo nti na me makeka me sasi make it that kind of bridge 120 feet metal foot bridge 80% complete.
Oh yeah, time
me in 2019 2 years in it. 2019 2 years down the line.
But now almost gone.
And cry etwamu ko school I want no man su ato omu tieti aboa so no ma ko school a teacher for omu kwa kwachira de tieti aboa so nsu ato omu betima for kura to nsu no and so besi ne ya bomb ayi assembly for abo MP say ade 80% assembly member ma bomb me ho modin ayi 80% 20 na kwa dane bo achibedi ko kan mini MP o sa na say minister of foreign affairs o se finance
but so ni nyina na MPP mu
amene nyina na MPP mu
o ya MPP
me MPP ni
so muntimi nkasa mfa ho me video no one me just one pe na me nya ho adwuma sisia
me ne na kasa ho aka na unim de tele bia na de tan ya abufu ni say party ni ewo me tele bia obi so support me enti no o hia bibia me nya ma because of support me
so only MP nin kasa
me na kasa upa me de message be send na me de picture me de yin send no na me fam na wo de wa Ansah wo de ma me no wa kama tie fo no ntie bi nya sa bi obi ka che bi ma betena se na me gu ne hu fi enti me so wa o kan de na nya They will testify. I'm trying to see
the assemblyman and an MPP man, but David Apostle, this is a very tough situation.
Yeah,
very tough.
Very. And you see, the saddest thing is that we lead to the Mampo market. School.
Oh, I see.
Until Wednesdays now, omu IGF revenue no. Even and now the General Assembly. MC General can say internet generated fund. We are able to mobilize 80%.
Kwabena, all right, okay. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic for. Give us herba for Ewofiase, Odi for Ewahase, Obeba Babaye and Wajma. Give us herba center. Odi, Yanko.
That's what I was saying, and then you make Mama Yamfa and Chakase Emfa and Mamo, our Accra 100.5. A bra Citizen Show at the Ababegu area, nice, and you may say Yamfa, a Apomodin panel, and into me, and Famamo, a bra ye quaco di weekend, na and Aqua if ya dear, so would dream a Busian who near the kind. Would dream Busian who we now share Apomodin panel, a year when here, dear Ness, word to me, ahe, na a dropebia a here, say Udima we Busian, and I fee na Apomodin pabber to me, Ababusian in Yemono, and no.